Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Hi, happy Friday. Any good deals today? Are we out here for the deals? No, we're out here to vibe and play some Minecraft. That's the deal today. I don't know where I'm going with that one. Hi, hello, how are we doing? Welcome on in. Good to have y'all out here. Hi, 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 hi. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you, my friends. Welcome on in. Hellos, hellos, hellos. I don't know what the hair's doing today, but it's doing something. It's doing something. Hi, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome on in. Country Bell, how we doing? How's your Thanksgiving? It was really good. It was a great Thanksgiving. It was really, really fun. We had my wife's family, my mom, stepdad, my brother, stepsister, and her husband, and more family and all that stuff. So we had like 15 people at our house yesterday, and it was super fun. It was a really, really good time. A lot of good family combos, a lot of good just hang time with the fam. So now it's very much sleepy sleepy Friday after Thanksgiving, but it's been good. Yentles, how we doing? Pooch, what's up? Kiwi, hi hi hi. Easy, what's up? Frizia, Carrie, Mummy, hello. Incognito, hi hi hi. Lady Katza, welcome to post Turkey Day, Stretchy Pants Day. Do you think Stretchy Pants weren't on yesterday? Come on. No, we are so far.
Hello, hello, how was the Thanksgiving, my American friends?
We are so far away from formal Thanksgivings in my family. It is just all about comfy clothes. So it's great. Meek, thank you so much for the 11 months, my dude. I really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. Thanksgiving was great. It was really nice. It was good hanging with the fam. Have you ever gone to Leavenworth during the Christmas season? That's actually where we were over Halloween weekend. So we saw them setting up all the Christmas lights and everything, but I love Leavenworth in the holidays. It's really, really pretty. The pass can be kind of rough to get over, though, to get there during the winter if it's snowy.
Doing another epic building stream. Also, how are you?
That's the goal. That's the goal. Ninjan, I'm doing good. How are you doing? Welcome on in. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm good. Day 2, stretchy pants. Fair. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. My friends over on the YouTube side, click the like button if you have not already. I very much do appreciate it. Is it Sarek? Hi, welcome on in. When is the Minecraft? In a minute or two. We're just getting started. I like to say some hellos before we get into the game. The best nap of the year is the one after Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, I definitely laid down on the couch for a good while. As soon as we finished Thanksgiving dinner, my wife put on Harold Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the movie, and just everybody just went to the couch and just kind of like zonked out for a while, just watched it, and it was great. I got like a good 30-40 minute just like lay on the couch, just, and then got up and started doing dishes and cleaning and all that. But yeah, it was pretty good. I'm trying to pay for version 110 of your hardcore world Minecraft world, but I can't. I also refreshed to the Patreon page, but I still can't. It could potentially be geo locked. I don't really know why you're having an issue with it. I'd reach out to Patreon support or consider becoming a YouTube member or a Twitch sub, and then you can get it through the Discord. The download link is in there as well. So there's more ways to go. But yeah. I was working yesterday, so my wife and I are doing our Thanksgiving tomorrow. Nice, Potato. Nice. I slept 14 hours last night. Ooh, I'm jealous of that. I'm jealous of that one. Hey, Six Wings, welcome on in. Howdy. I have a question. What happened to the hardcore videos being added to the playlist? I fixed it, I believe. They should all be in there. Emphasis on should. I was goofing around with it a few days ago because somebody actually, the amazing person, posted which ones I was missing, saying they were watching with their partner, and they noticed a bunch of them were out, but it should all be in there now, because I realized if we scroll to the bottom, I was missing
playing some Outer Worlds
these 4. These 4 were not in there. So yeah, there's 110 videos in here now. We got them all.
Don't forget to like the stream.
Cigar Captain, thank you so much for the donut, dude. In a hotel in Florida playing some Outer Worlds. Ooh, how is Outer Worlds 2? I played a lot of the first one, but I didn't finish it. But it was entertaining. I'm like hesitant to pick up the second. Dude, we've been pretty solid on 200k views a video. Well, these are actually all 300k for these ones. That one got 500k. Whew. Okay, cool. I like that. That's fun. Yeah, almost 800k. Nice, nice, dude. We're getting up there. We're getting up there. It's crazy to me, like going back to the start of this series. It's all the way through. I was looking at this when I was fixing it. It's all the way until episode 21. Everything is above 1 million views, and then there's still even some posts that are above 1 million, but then a lot are in that like 500-600K, which is just crazy to me. I mean, this series is absolutely just. There's no other way to say it other than the hardcore series has like changed how YouTube functions for me, and it's so cool. But I think I got everything in the playlist fixed. Love Outer Worlds 2, so much fun. Okay. I was given the key to it, so I want to say that before I start talking about it. I got the key to Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. I played the first one and it came out. And the second one, I've been having a great time with it. I've been playing on my Steam Deck, and it's been really, really fun. It's definitely early access, so I think I'm almost through everything in the early access point already. So like, I'd probably wait until they add some more content before picking it up. But if you like roguelikes, it's a really good one. I really like it. The series is one of the best series you've ever produced. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I've been having so much fun with it. Hey, you'd be so good in Hermitcraft. No, I have my own HC series. But thanks. I like my single player stuff. I like rewatching the older videos to fall asleep. Yeah, but I'm like screaming in the older videos. I'm getting so much better at it now, but some of the early ones, I'm like, why am I yelling? Do you get your texture pack on Patreon? Yeah, it's either Patreon or through the Discord. Discord is once you have all your stuff linked for whatever you support on, you can get access to the texture pack in there. Most of the most recent updates on the texture pack might be in the Discord instead, but it could be that. I don't know. Hey, Jordan, how we doing? I'm on a road trip. I still have like 7 to 8 hours, so I'm hyped for the stream because I can actually watch it. Nice, nice. Hopefully you're not also driving the car. Just make sure on that. But, my friends, we can go into Minecraft. I was teasing it in the background while we were doing other stuff, but I did it. I think I showed you all this one already, but I finished the first mountain peak. It is done. Dusted. Actually, it's not dusted yet. There's no snow on it. We haven't had the dustings of snow falling on it yet. I also didn't finish filling this in with grass, so we can do that at some point. I just need to extend it flat over for now. But that guy's done. So what we're gonna work on today is I want to start taking this along the back, and the goal is we're just gonna kind of start from here and just work on wrapping it all the way around the lower sections along the back. So along here, and if we can get like all the way around to the end, that would be amazing. That thing took me like 5.5 hours to do just that. So this is taking a long time. No, don't worry, I'm not driving. Okay, I just want to double check, make sure you're safe.
Pleased to meet you.
Ninja, thank you so much for the gift member. And Setnator, thank you for the 27 months. I'm doing good. How you doing? Yeah, so this is where we're at. This is kind of how I set up my inventory for now, is that I don't put any concrete powder in here because it falls and I get sad, and then I have to jump into the mob spawner I've created, and I don't want to do that. I have Tapatio Doritos. Wait, they make Tapatio Doritos? I do like Tapatio. But yeah, it's looking really cool here. It's looking good. We're making progress. Especially when we look out the back here. Look at that. Compared to what it was before, just look. Look, feast your eyes upon mountain. It'll get a little bit taller once the snow layers smooth that out and kind of peak it off a touch. And that'll get kind of smoothed over in the snowy sections. But we got our little stream, mountain stream, waterfall, whatever the heck we want to call it, coming down. So now it actually makes sense for where the water is coming into this lake from.
Happy Friday, sweetlings. fWhip heart.
It's no longer just like a mysterious pool that's generated up there. It comes all the way down and looks super cool. Who was that? Anima, thank you so very much. Why did I even ask who was that? You said sweetlings. I know exactly who that is. Thank you for the 59 months. You have 1 month till a 5-year tree, Anima. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Watching your live streams always makes me want to make giant builds. Yeah, but then you see how little we get done on a stream. Also, if y'all want to see a cool one, I'll give him a shout out because he did a great video. Bars released a video yesterday on his Nether hub. Y'all got to go check it out. Bars killed it in that video. Anyways, we're gonna start working on here. I found out this morning that unfortunately my gas farm is completely busted now with the new Nether portal mechanics that Mojang has added into the game. My gas farm no longer function at all because all of the gunpowder comes back into the Nether, and it is very, very sad times. So it's very, very sad. So we actually don't have
I
a
don't have a
feasible
milestone, but I
gunpowder.
want to say hi to.
Frenchman, hi! You can say hi whenever you want. But yeah, so we have a wee bit of a problem of I don't have a gunpowder farm that really works at all. Because let's be honest, my rocket factory sucks. So we're gonna have to look into that soon. I just need to like make something in an ocean somewhere, or I need to actually like finish the rocket factory. That's probably what I should do. Why do I make a new build when I could actually finish a build that I made? I don't know. As we develop the Dwarven area, the rocket factory is only going to get more and more efficient because I'll be sure to light it all up as I'm building and creating houses and stuff. Even if we don't make the interior, like the house will be fully filled out and all that, so it should be pretty good. How do you mask the basic concrete in your mountains with the blocks you use? We designed this whole one on a stream a long time ago. If you want to check it out, that would be the best way. But basically, I've been doing these with the auto shade tool in Axiom using black concrete, gray concrete, light gray concrete, and white concrete, going from darkest to light, so you get those really intense shadows on the mountains. And then from there, I mask each of those individual concretes with a splatter of just a noise brush that I made, so we can get like a good balance of them. And then each concrete of like the solid concretes then gets turned into I think 3 or 4 different blocks and just like kind of a blobby noise pattern. But that's where I found the most success in it. At least upgrade the rocket factory. Yeah, that's honestly what I should do. Should. Keyword. Should. Who was that? Ninja, thank you so much for the gift sub. Again, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's 2 on the day. You're the best. My friends, click the like button if you have not already. I very much do appreciate it. We're just going to be doing a chill build-in stream today, catching up, and all that cool stuff. So hopefully y'all are in for a good old chill vibe. Oh, a rock. Can rocket factories? No, you can't chunk load them. You can only chunk load things that do not require a player to be within a certain number of blocks, because the difference in chunk loading, say, a sugarcane farm, is that the sugarcane can just grow, but a gunpowder farm currently in Minecraft requires creepers. There's no way to produce gunpowder without creepers, and mobs will only spawn within 128 blocks of a player, so that the mob cap is always taken up where the players are in a world. And with that comes that you can't make mob farms without a player being nearby. So you would, unfortunately, not able to. So yeah, there has to be some form of player within the vicinity for any sort of a mob farm based farm to work. Yeah.
Pleased to
Banana
meet you.
cake. Ooh, my mom made an apple pie last night, and oh, it was so good, dude. Good old apple pie at Thanksgiving. I know there's like I feel like people are usually an apple pie or a pumpkin pie, or there's like the berry pie crew, but I'm definitely on team apple pie. And oh, my mom made such a good one yesterday. It was
How did
so
the
yummy.
last stream go? Wasn't there sadly frown?
Oh, we did a lot of work in the Nether hub, and I gotta say the Nether is starting to look real dang cool. Well, we kind of just had some quiet time yesterday before people came over for Thanksgiving. I was just kind of doodling around too, so I finished off the ramen shop that we had started, and I kind of finished off that whole little shopping center. But it's turned out really cool. I threw some photos in the supporter channel, and I posted a photo on Twitter this morning if people want to go check any updates on it. But it's coming together. We are getting there. Slowly but surely, it is the Nether the cyberpunk city in the Nether is starting to take shape. Haven't watched you in a couple of days because I had an exam. How's your life going? Ooh, hopefully the exam went well. It's going good over here. It's going good. We just building mountains. Just doing some casual mountain building on a casual Friday. We also did some mountain building on a Monday. So, you know, we had Mountain Monday this week, I think. We did mountains on Monday, right? Mountain Monday, so back. I'm excited to have this build in place, though. I'll be honest, I don't really know what I want to do in my next video. I'm kind of stuck on that. I think, well, actually, after I finish this video, I want to do a world tour for the 4 years. I think could be a really special time to do a world tour. It'll be out a little after the 4 years actually happens. It'll probably be like it'll probably be like a good December if you're just wanting something to watch while you're going for some holidays stuff and kind of busy. If you need something in the background, it's kind of, I'll throw out a big old world tour video. So get ready, get your popcorn ready. We're gonna have a 2-hour video coming in mid-December probably, of a big old world tour of this thing for celebrating 4 years. And I want to finish this mountain first, but then after I finish that, I'm debating between either we start the Nether hub but I feel like I want to make that into a really cool like video of like going through the whole process of it. And I feel like doing that on live streams would make it harder to do that, but I don't really know. I need to like draft that video out before I start recording it. But after that, I think I like want to do something in the city because I feel like we haven't done anything in Path for a while. But I'm also like, I don't know what I want to do in Path. Like, building more houses in Path right now doesn't sound to be the most engaging. I'm not sure. If you go back and tell yourself anything on day one of this hardcore world, what would it be? Make bigger roads. Make bigger, grander roads. If you're going to have a main road across your entire world, make it more than 4 blocks wide. I think I'll only make it like 6 blocks wide, so like not that much of a difference, but when I've got like hedges and things overflowing the road, it makes a bit of a difference.
OMG, the ramen shop is so good. _fWhip heart.
Yeah, it turned out really cool. It turned out really, really good. I put like just like a general store right next to it too. I kept thinking of like the weapon shops that are in Cyberpunk 2077, so I kind of modeled it after that, but I didn't really want to call it a weapon shop, so I just called it a market. And we're just having candles on display and things like that. A big theater. I have wanted to do a theater in Path, but I don't really know where I'd put it. Maybe we could do that up in like the fancy people's area. I am starting to get some ideas on how I want to like transition towards the this part of Path, like up here. I want to do more of like big fancy manor houses, more residentially stuff. So I'm kind of getting some ideas on how I want to do that transition out of the city. And we could throw a theater in up there. The fancy people love their theater. Oh, we're running out of stuff. Ran out of a cha-cha. Okay, we'll go get some. We're almost actually through this section. This section is going quick. Okay, what do we need more of? Pale moss. I need a stack. Actually, I only need... Yeah. Light gray wool, I need 2 stacks. Boop, boop. Acacia we ran out of. I just need log. Easy. Tough, I need to get 2 full stacks. What else we need? Andesite, we'll just go 2 full stacks so it's filled up. Stone, I need a good amount. And that's everything for the rocks here. Outside of dirt, we don't need, and we'll need 4 stacks of light gray concrete powder. But I like to do everything else first and then come back in through the concrete powder. So Path is like really old city without cars when it was built. Yeah, I don't have any cars in my world currently. We have wagons and things, but we don't have cars. And I do want to keep it roughly that way. I've considered introducing like trains and tram systems, but I don't want any like free moving motored vehicles. So everything that's a motored vehicle in the overworld
just briefly stopping by. I'm still behind on videos. Are you going to continue to upload in the late deck/early Jan time?
I'll probably be taking a break for a bit of January. I've currently got like one video slated to go live at some point for January. But yeah, I'm gonna be taking some time off for the holidays this year. I feel like I really want it, and so I'm not gonna be pushing myself, especially when it's just not usually the best time to upload. But we'll have, I think it's gonna be 2 videos in December. Because I don't have one to go for next week because I took some time off for Thanksgiving. And then we'll have videos like the middle 2 weeks of December, or week 2 and week 3. And then after that, I'll probably be taking a break until mid-January, but we'll be doing some streams and things. I'm just traveling a bit in January for vacation and time with the fam. Time off videos and streams this time around. I'll have some video stuff or stream stuff going, but yeah, it's gonna be, I've never really taken like a ton of time off in January, even as much as I say I take a break. I'm usually still like doing stuff. I'm just not uploading videos. So this time I'm gonna actually take a break. Where's that block I was missing? I know I was missing to a acacia up here somewhere.
Keep it real.
So no B-Day stream for me? Birthday is January 3rd.
Probably, maybe. I don't know. What day of the week is that? Oh, there it is. Maybe. Megan. Thank you for the donut, Megan. I appreciate it. Yeah, never say never, but we'll see. I'm in town the start of January, but nah. I feel like I want to take January as like, I'm probably still gonna be doing some work stuff, but I want to like revisit content strategies and stuff. I feel like I haven't taken much time to grow how I make content for quite a while, and I really want to take some time to do that. I feel like I've become a little stagnant in how I make videos and all that. I don't feel like I'm growing a whole lot as a creator right now. So I really would like to take some time to prioritize growth. And sometimes to prioritize growth, you need to stop producing. You need to actually figure out what you want to do. So I think I'm going to take January kind of as a month to get my head straight around what type of content I want to be producing next year and how I want to do content and all that. So a little bit of time to look at the year as a whole instead of just go week after week. No grind streams January, like making a river, I guess wouldn't be so bad. We'll be doing some. I think January is probably going to be working on the next mountain, to be honest. It's either going to be working on the next mountain or it's going to be something involving the Nether. We might clear out space in the Nether and just get that done with, and then I will use the rest of that time to, I don't know. It'll probably be a lot of just like the big grindy projects that we need to do. We'll be rotating around what we're working on. A video towards the end of January.
Keep it real.
January 3rd is a Saturday.
Yeah, probably won't be live then. Be live on the 2nd, most likely.
Pleased to meet you.
More mountains? Hi.
Who's that? Hey, Thomas. Thanks so much for the 51 months, my dude. Always more mountains. These mountains ain't gonna rebuild themselves.
Where are we working in the world? Is this the mountain by the university?
Yep, we are to the north of the university. So University's that way. World Tree, you can probably see a little bit right through the schematic. Right over there. There's World Tree. Yep, we're just working on the north end of the mountain because it was the smallest section to be able to easily tackle, and it actually looks like it's going fairly well. I think we can definitely do more than just this guy today. I thought this would be taking a bit, but it's only 30 minutes in. This one is much shorter and less stone than that guy, I guess. So I will take it. Hey, Iron Miners, welcome in. Yeah, we got a lot of block placing to do for this whole thing, but I'm making a good way through the whole thing. Yeah, that's concrete powder. It's like, why can I not place that? The unfortunate part is that the big peak is a vast majority of the stone, as you know, probably expected. And I wanted to do that one last, just to kind of have it all finish off with like a big grand thing in the video, instead of being like, okay, we did the big part, let's go do all the little guys to the side. Now we need to have the big grand part at the end. So we're slowly getting through it. I love when you start a hardcore world, and right when you say you need some pale moss, a wandering trader pops up and offers it. That's the good way to go. That's the wandering trader giveth, and the wandering trader taketh away. Where am I missing?
Keep it real.
Rock?
Are you in the Christmas mood yet? 'Cause stores are.
I had to go get a filling done earlier this week because I cracked a filling, and they were playing Christmas music in the dental office, and I was like, I'm kind of here for it. It's still early, so it's still like, all right, this is cool. We're not at the point of being like, oh my god, I've heard the same song 100 times already in the last week. So I'm here for it. I feel like I'm excited for the holidays this year. I used to not get super stoked for the holidays, but I've definitely been feeling in recent years I've been getting a lot more excited for them, which I'm enjoying. I like. I used to kind of be like, all right, it's cool, like cozy weather, some good family time. That like outside that, I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. But now I'm feeling like I'm actually like, ooh, holidays are coming. All right, where am I missing stuff? Is it just the concrete powders? Oh no, and yeah, there's a little in there too. Okay. Yeah, there's some random things out here. Yeah, it's all on that side. Some long form videos where you get to see your build, inspo, and design process. We do a lot of the creative building on streams, so you can check those out. They are definitely in the long form, because it'll be like a 3-4 hour stream of just building up some little stuff. But I would love to do more creative design videos. I've done a few, and they just never really seem to do that well. Like designing the whole dwarven thing in Tough Hall for like the big creeper farm rocket factory. That was all done on for a creative planning video. But yeah, I feel like I've tried a few times and I've never really gotten a great response to them. So I kind of just stick into the hardcore. Oh, hi, buddy. Is that as much as I need? No, I need 4. And that should be it. Okay. Let's grab that. Gonna grab that. Make sure our easy place is off. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Now for the annoying part. It's definitely, I tried a few times because I was like, oh, this is gonna suck to place things in. I've actually tried a few times without any of the concrete powder, and then I went back to with it, and I was like, okay, the concrete powder actually makes a difference than just being like light gray wool or something. So this is unfortunately a necessary evil. Oh. Oops. All right, there's that. And bam, 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 bam. I got some fWhip to watch while I prep for my Thanksgiving tomorrow. Doing a late one. What hardcore season is this? Yeah, this is season 3. Thankfully, I'm not running low on stone at all, so I don't really have to be like, oh no, I misplaced a stone, I have to go get it back. That'll never be a problem that we have at this rate. All right, I think that... Oh, we missed this. Okay, progress. This is going to work and get holiday pay. Hey, you know what? If the whole fam's down for that, I think that's so worth it. Oh. I've never been huge on being like, you have to celebrate the holiday on the holiday. I'm always like, the important part of holidays for me is always just that you're with the fam, or like you're just with people that you love, like who really cares what day you celebrate on. Like we last year with my stepmom, just because schedules were busy and everything, we actually didn't celebrate Christmas with her until I think January 25th last year. So that one was a little late, but it was the first time that like everybody was able to like meet up and actually like have free time in their schedule, because everybody's got life and busyness and all that stuff. But it's like as long as you got the fam there and or people who you want to be there, then it doesn't matter when you do it. There, already got those. All right. Random question, but what's your favorite build style? I really just gravitate towards like a rustic medieval. That's definitely what I like. That's like my safe space, I would say, for building. Of like, I know I can make something in there that I'm going to enjoy. But I've recently been really enjoying experimenting with things that are a little bit more modern and techy looking, and like the cyberpunk a little bit, or like the solar punks and all those. I feel like I've been having a lot of fun goofing around with that type of a build recently. But I feel like my favorite, just because I would probably pick the like medieval fantasy type stuff, even though I know that's pretty broad, but Minecraft medieval fantasy, so it really is not really a small category. Minecraft medieval stuff is just anything and everything that is not modern. Let's be honest. When people think of medieval in Minecraft, that just gets so blown out of the water for what it actually is. It's so funny. But I'm here for it. Oh, missed one. Medieval high fantasy style is just such a vibe. Yeah, I tend to stay away from like a lot of fantasy race housing and things like that. I mean, I guess I have the dwarves, but I don't do a whole lot of like elven stuff and all like those types of things. But I would definitely like to experiment with some more stuff like that. I feel like I go very Minecraft medieval, where it's more just you're relying on the Minecraft game to direct technology and things in it. Why we don't have cars, because cars physically can't move in Minecraft, so we go by horses, and so then you can have like carts that could look like a horse could pull them, but in reality, like, they're just stationary decorations. So I feel like that's like the realm I exist in, because Minecraft really gravitates itself towards that type of a style, so it's pretty easy to stick in it as a builder. Like, this definitely does look better with concrete powder, but that would drive me crazy. Yeah. We have 3 shulker boxes
Pleased
of
to
concrete
meet you.
powder to place like this.
I'm so happy I can make this stream. Missed so much the past 3 months with work and home renovations. Hope you are doing well and had a great Thanksgiving. If you celebrated, tailbone is healing well also.
Nice. Good to hear positive updates all around. Hopefully the home reno is going well. Good to see ya. Thank you so much for the 14 months, Wild Man. Lovely to have you back. Good luck on the recovery and all that. Oof. Oofers. Just started my Forever World. For your inspiration, I have so many ideas for this world. Nice. Good luck, Alex. Good luck. Remember, a Forever World doesn't have to be completed in a day. In fact, it actually shouldn't be. But just take your time and enjoy the process. You'll have so much fun. Oh. Okay. Oh, missed 2. I did this the first section of the mountain without any of this, like, just extra backing and all that, like doing everything before the powder, and I was just diving down constantly to go pick it up because it was getting placed. But it's fine. All right, we have 21 left to place, so we are getting through it. We probably have 1 or 2 big sections left where we haven't done anything yet. Or there's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Papa? 1, 2, 3. I don't know where that came from. It's going slow, but slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. Yeah. Always. Every time. Something fast has never won a race before. It's a true fact. There's a few. Yep. That's not an elytra. That's an elytra. There we go. Broken tailbone sounds like a pain in the rear. Yeah, probably. I submit a bundle bug that I stumbled upon. I mean, don't tell me. I'm not a part of Mojang. But they probably would appreciate it if you submit it on the bug tracker. They might not get to it right away, but people submitting bugs is always a good thing for the game. The more information Mojang has to deliver a better game before it gets absolutely destroyed in January by Hytale releasing and being a 10 out of 10 best Minecraft has ever been video game ever, that Minecraft is just gonna disappear instantly. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But if y'all didn't hear it, Hytale got its early access release date, and I've already seen it came out yesterday, I think, and I've already seen quite a few videos of people being like, and Minecraft is dead in January. Hytale's gonna take over. And I just can't wait for those same people to come out saying, anybody else feel Hytale's
The
overhyped?
ocean monument is currently being drained. Fun.
If that's what you think of as fun. That's what you think is fun. Go right ahead. I'll be here building a mountain instead, which apparently I think is fun. Hytale won't erase Minecraft. Oh, no, I don't think it will at all, but I just love making fun of it. Because of the amount of people that are out there making videos being like, Hytale's finally releasing, and the lazy Mojang developers haven't done anything. Hytale has been developed in 7 years since it got bought by Riot, and it's still a better video game. Like, no, buddy. Some people are just... Oh, they're just people that are doing stupid things. Amen. Okay, do we get it all? We're missing one. Where is it? I must know. Oh, it might have gotten covered. See if there's like a open air spot underneath that we can see. Oh, that's you'd think would be it. Oh, that's right outside the schematic. Oh well, must not be important. One concrete powder missing is not going to ruin the build. Slowly but surely making my forever world. I'm on day 173, going 174. Can you give me some build ideas? What are you working on your 173 days so far? Okay, we're going to leave those guys, and we are going to go into the... I'm going to put an important note there. It's just a breakpoint. We're at northwest. We need to go northwest river, I think. No, that's the river down there. That's already been... It's already been done. I need to see what's going to be this guy. Oh, southeast is there. Okay, so we don't want that. We want... You know, south... It's got to be... Southeast? No, northeast. I'm being dumb. Am I not far enough to load in the schematic? Because this is... That's west. That's east. Oh, I'm looking for northwest. No, I just did northwest. What the heck did I call this section of the schematic? All right, we're going one by one. Northwest river is there. Don't need. Northeast is that side. Southeast, no. South, no. Southwest? Did I really just... Wow, that's all southwest. Okay, right. Well, this is where we go now. We're going to start here. We're going to just kind of slowly work our way down here and try and do the edge of like reaching up, and then we'll get to all of those and work our way back. See how far we make it. Okay. Cool. This pains me because I know that there's like maybe 300 stone, so it doesn't basically make any difference for storage. Yeah. Only 300 stone. Rookie numbers. I think there's enough difference between the two games. There's room for both of them. Oh, I think Hytale and Minecraft are going to play very differently. I think when Hytale comes out, I want to do a full video as my first video for Hytale. Going for to see how like the creative building side works. I think because I know a lot of people are going to go just instantly and being like, that's where it was. A lot of people are going to instantly jump to Hytale and just go with trying to figure out like the survival gameplay, how crazy all of that is, blah blah blah. And I think I want to do my first Hytale video. I think is going to be, let's see what the creative building tools are like, and just like try and make a village or something and see how it works. Creative reminded me of Axiom, which is cool. Yeah, it seemed like a very, very simplified Axiom is like their base toolkit, which like the fact that they're working on it and something like that, that's cool to see baseline in a game. We're gonna go with what is southeast? Is that big boy? Am I missing anything in the middle? No. Okay, so we're gonna just start filling in as much of this stuff as we can. We'll see where it goes. That's empty. That's in there. That's in there. I've been doing like 2 stacks of everything where I can. And then we'll refresh. I've been doing like a stack of each of these, but not really like a whole one, just so that, because the darks don't really have a whole lot of space. So I've been doing like a stack and a stack. We'll go with 2 of these, because I mean, obviously, like, that's gonna be disgusting for a while, so. And then the dirt and the snow I'm gonna leave for now. Just if there is any of that we didn't get, I don't need it right now. So I'll grab another acacia, and we'll do an acacia, and we'll do an andesite for our 3 stackers. Oh, I can do another andesite too. Sure. We'd be leaving Minecraft in January and switching to Hytale immediately upon release. Minecraft who? No. No, I got 0 plans to leave Minecraft. I hope that Hytale is something that we can play in tandem. Like, I think that would be really cool to be able to have multiple things going on. I really do think Hytale is going to be more of one of those games that in early access, it's going to be super hyped for a few weeks. And then it's going to disappear completely. And then if the development team can keep a strong core community to it, then it'll be probably popular in like another year or 2. I don't think day 1 Hytale is going to be even remotely good. I think it's going to be a buggy mess that's going to be... It's going to be more of like a tech demo of what they can do, but I don't see them actually like having the ability to release much. And even like Simon, the owner, has been talking about how it's very much an early access game, and I think unfortunately the community that's been so hyped about it killing Minecraft is going to be very, very upset if it's not a perfect game upon day 1, that they've waited 7 years painstakingly to get a good game to play, as some of them have said. So I'm not too hopeful for Hytale to be amazing in day 1. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be cool to goof around in, but I'm not expecting anything grand or revolutionary, really. Makes sense to me. Kill the hype for a bit, then make it good after. Yeah. I think it's going to be, once the early access sales start next month, I think they're going to get a ton of money. There's going to be so many people that are going to be buying Hytale keys just to like help fund the game out of like their desire of it's finally here. And at that point, then like they'll have their funding to keep the studio running for a long time, even if they've already pledged what the guys who bought Hytale back pledged like 10 years worth of funding from their own personal accounts in order to bring Hytale into reality. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes from there. I think just talking about it is funny, mostly because I've been reading so many people like freaking out about it, and so I feel like byproduct of that, I'm then like interested in it even more so. But I don't know. I'm not super hopeful of like, or super concerned about my channel becoming a Hytale channel or anything like that. If it does become that absolutely amazing, I feel like it's an easy transition to go from Minecraft to Hytale, but I'm not expecting it. I'm loving your custom terrain videos. I was wondering if you could give your Patreons a world download of your tree planting world. I don't give access to all of my assets in my super flat world, just because there's a lot of plan things in there that I haven't completed yet. That being said, though, I did recently just publish a download of all of the blueprints for Axiom of my tree planting. Like, all of my trees are in blueprints, so you can get them through there if you wanted to check them out. But I don't have the actual world up for download. And that's just because I don't want to share all of the behind the scenes planning and little tinkering things I've done, because a lot of them haven't made it into reality. But if you want to get your hands on the trees, they are available in that form. And somebody I do believe converted it over to being something that works with Lightmatica too, so that is available. Since NMS, what's NMS? Get one chance, and it's when the launch of the game happens, people either elevate or bash it to oblivion. What does NMS stand for? I don't disagree with you though, but I'm just not familiar with the term. No Man's Sky? Oh, okay. I was thinking it was like some gaming term. Yeah. I think a lot of people were very much like hopeful for games to release and be everything that was promised in them. And then a lot of developers started taking advantage of that. Not even developers, companies that are paying for development. And then that did not age well for a lot of game studios, or they just started pushing out rushed things to try and get funding to be able to finish the game with hopes that the community would like rally behind it and be there to help them bug fix and troubleshoot and blah, blah, blah. And why pay a QA department when you could get people to pay you money to play your game and then they're your QA department? Yeah, No Man's Sky, when it released, I remember being like, what the heck is this? My cousin bought it, and he loved it day one, even though it was kind of mostly a tech demo. But, yeah. Okay. What else do we not have a lot of that we could have more of? I think I'm actually going to get another of Tough just because we're going through those darker colors right now. Do that. Okay. Hey, Shay Plays, welcome in. How we doing? Missed grass? How did I miss grass? So I keep my little stack of grass in my inventory because I will always forget a little bit here and there. I don't think we'll get into the snow layers today, but hopefully we can get a lot done before. I'm gonna kind of just stream until I'm tired. Then I will go sit on the couch and play video games on my Steam Deck for the foreseeable future. No Man's Sky was rough in the beginning, but now it's a fantastic game. Yeah, I feel like I'd enjoy it if I checked it out, but again, it's like what y'all are saying. Like I was hyped for it when it was first announced, and then after all the bad, just like it did not release well. My desire to play it is still non-existent. I did see the No Man's Sky dev tweeted out some image of some other game they're working on that's supposed to be really cool. So, you know, hopefully that's actually finished when it releases. I also just want to know, like, how somebody can... I guess it's probably, like, some sense of desperation at some point of, like, all right, well, we said we'd have this release date. And being able to delay a release date, like, that comes with problems in itself. I mean, look at GTA 6. Release date got delayed, and Rockstar's literally come out and said we delayed it because we didn't want to have another Cyberpunk 2077 launch. And people are mad at them for that, for delaying the game because they wanted the game so badly, which, like, understandably, you've been hyped for this game forever. It finally gets release date and then it gets delayed and you're like, what? So like that's rough. New game is Light No Fire. Yeah, I heard the name of it. I'm not really sure what it's about though, but I don't know. The art aesthetic was cool. Be interested to see where it goes. Every time I come back, I like to just top everything off just so I'm not up there doing something and then running back down here and be like, oh, I ran out. I have friends who actually booked their vacation days for the release date. It was brutal. Yeah. There's a few guys that were talking on the subreddits about being how they had like planned like sabbaticals to be there about it. And I'm like, if you're planning a sabbatical, like an actual sabbatical, which is like, if you're not familiar what that is, that's like a multi-month leave from your company. Like usually you get like one sabbatical per job that you work at, and you have to be there for quite a few years. And then they'll give you like, potentially, depending on the company, they'll give you like a few months off to just go like enjoy life, typically used for travel or like pursuing some hobby or something like that. Like everybody does it differently. But the idea is that like you take it and then you have your job when you get back with the same company. And some people were out there like planning their sabbaticals about GTA 6 release, and I'm like, how are you gonna multiple months, like 6 months off to play GTA, and now they're mad that it's not releasing? I'm like, bro, that's on you. Like, why would you? You're that dedicated to a game? That's crazy. Like, I don't get that. There's no video game out there that I've been that hyped before that I want to take like a month off, that I would actively fill that entire time playing said game. I feel like that's the big part. Like there's ideas where I'm like, oh my god, yeah, new WoW expansion. I'd love to take like a week off work and just like live in the WoW expansion. I mean, I do that kind of. But then after a week in, I'm like, all right, cool. I need to start doing things. Otherwise, like I feel like I don't know. I can't grind out in video games like that anymore. Unless it's Minecraft. Like this one here, very much I will play all day, every day, because it's my job. But it's not because I'm like new game hype Minecraft. OMGs, I need play Minecraft. I am new here. Welcome on in. Skid that did that for Hermitcraft a little different though. Yeah, Skids did it for Hermitcraft in terms of I want to test and see if this is going to be my job. I kind of had a somewhat similar. It was a family FMLA leave with my dad. But during that time, just because I mean, spending all the time with him and everything like that while he was sick, and then there was a lot of the downtime, and kind of the way that I was like processing a bit was being involved with like making videos and content creation and like seeing what this would look like as a full-time job. And so I used kind of the downtime in that period. So I was kind of working like half working full-time content creator during that few month period, and that made it for me that it actually turned out to be something that I was able to build this into being a job before I had to go back to work. And then I ended up going back to work and just being like, yeah, I'm not coming back. I went back for like a week or two, and I was like, guys, I don't want to be here. My entire desire to work in the tech world for what I was doing before was just instantly gone. Then I quit, and now we've been full-time for almost, what, we're just above 7 years. Like, I think am I at 6 years of full-time content creation? No. Yes. Yeah, because we were talking last night, and we've actually almost been living in our house for 5 years, and I was full-time for about a year before we bought our house, so. Loki, want to watch Legacy SMB again? I miss it. Legacy was a good vibe. That was fun. It's cool seeing what all the people who are on Legacy are up to nowadays. It's fun seeing. I was chatting with Silent Whisper. He wasn't on Legacy with us. He was on Decidedly Vanilla way back in the day with me. But he's a Bedrock content creator. You're probably familiar with him if you know Bedrock. But I was chatting with him after the Love Tropics event, just a little bit, and I was like, it's like we haven't chatted in a long time, but I've been keeping up with what you're doing. Like I've been wanting to see where you ended up and like how you're doing and all that. And so it's good to actually like have a chat and catch up. But it's like I feel like this like connection for all of these creators that I worked with while I was coming up and growing, and like it's really cool being able to watch who's still around and who's still like making videos. The people have transitioned to full time. Some people have transitioned to work into like the marketplace on teams there, and it's cool seeing how many people have found their way in the Minecraft community, even if they might not be a YouTuber anymore, but like they've still been able to turn Minecraft some way into their job, which is just fun to see. We're kind of working our way up the wrong mountain here. I actually didn't want to be building this one quite yet, so we're not going to go much higher on this point. And we're actually out of wall, so no highlights. I haven't, all of my friends who I used to make videos with or like work on SMPs with back when I was a small creator, or just like folks who I know, almost every single one of them, I'm pretty sure I still subscribe to. Shout out to DV, good old DV. That's where I met Pixariffs way back in the day. All right, let's go missing. We're gonna get rid of. Ooh, we're out of stone. Put all my stone down. Boop boop boop. Snow we're not gonna worry about. Ooh, light gray wool we're out of. What else am I out of? Pale moss, and we need to get.
Keep it real.
Is there a specific location / camera angle in this world that gives you the most satisfaction?
Pleased to meet you.
Who's that? Dupes? And I'm gonna go with Dupes. Thank you so much for the donor, dude. I appreciate it. And Callum, thank you for the 14 months, dude. I appreciate you. I feel like if I had to pick a single angle, actually, I think I got an answer to that. I think I could. I'll show you. I think the angle I'm like building the world for right now, at least this city, is which like you'll be able to see the mountain that we're working on right now, unless the light Manica unloads. I think it'll stay. But the angle I'm kind of building for right now is like viewed from this hill. How do you create the schematics for the train, the mountain, etc.? Light Matica. Oh no, it unloaded. But the view I'm kind of working for right now is like whatever this would be. Like this is kind of the view that I really, really love. Because especially once we get this mountain done, it's going to be very, very special. But the whole like wooded farmland area in front of it and everything, and the university and the city, and it's just it's a good spot. Even if you, I feel like I want to like transition like what I'm building for and everything to be like more ground level, because it gives it a better sense of scale. So like somewhere probably, sorry, the low FOV, but probably somewhere like they'll be like right down in here where you can see our new mountain peak that I finished over there. But something down in here, because it still gives a world tree. It's got its shot right along the river. So that's kind of the angle we're building for very much. That's the goal. That's the goal. And that'll be super cool once we get some buildings like along in that area. Once we can finish the city of Path, I feel like I'm just gonna be like, mwah, I can die happy in this world and move on to something else. Not that we will, hopefully. But that would be the time where I'm like, I've completed everything I needed to complete. I am content. I think if we work our way up that little valley a little, then we can actually turn off the big boy for now. We'll work up in this section a few here. This water doesn't exist yet. We add more blimp / hot air balloons to the world. I really want to. I need to give them like a society that exists because of them before we just like spam more around. And we need to add like more docks and things. But now that Happy Gas exists, I feel like part of my thought process, granted gas already existed. So there is, in Minecraft lore, we do have creatures that can just float. That's a given in Minecraft lore. So if we're going with Minecraft technology levels in this hardcore world, we already have the ability to float and inspiration for things that allow us to float. So blimps and whatnot existing
nice
doesn't break away into like the world of, oh my god, you should have cars now. So I am thinking about adding in some more airships and things. I just want them to be in like really, really good spots, not just like spam around, you know? Like I need to find a spot that I build out and leave it there and look at it for a while and be like, you know what? This could be so cool with an airship. Like that's, I'm waiting for that to scream out to me, not I want to build an airship. I'm waiting for like the space to tell me it needs an airship in it, you know? Missed the start of the stream, but decided to listen in while removing part of a mountain of my own. Ooh. Are you gonna build up a new mountain over it, or are you like only removing a mountain? Regardless, good luck. You're gonna need it. I wish you the best attention span. And I did not unpause. Good thing I caught that now. Hee. Mild Avatar Last Airbender inspiration, a little bit. I really like how the world of Avatar Last Airbender is structured. The world lore is so just like intact and based around such like simple things, and then they go with so much depth off of it there. Like it's a great kids show and a great show for adults. Like there's Avatar The Last Airbender is like probably one of the best shows ever made that is like meant to be a kid's show, but like adds in so much depth for adults. Like there's so much to the Avatar The Last Airbender world that you don't even really pick up on unless you like pick up on these little finer points. But then at the same time, you can go watch the gang just like riding on giant fish and running away from pirates and being goofy children and having a good old laugh with all of it. So I feel like it's such a good show. Being able to like build a world that'd be that easy to understand what's going on. Do you ever use resin for building? I really like it on trims in the Dwarven City, or like piping and stuff like that. If you need like a bright pipe that where copper doesn't quite work. SpongeBob. I feel like SpongeBob has definitely delved into being more kitty focused than it used to be. Fairly balanced about being like for all ages, but now SpongeBob is definitely a lot more on the kitty. It's not bad. I mean, I haven't watched SpongeBob in forevers. I've been seeing the trailer for the new movie, and this is probably me being like old and all that, but I really don't like the new like 3D animation they've made in it. I think it really ruined the effect of SpongeBob. It's that ain't my SpongeBob. I can't get into it, dude. What do I have too much of? I have one extra stack of stuff. Another SpongeBob movie? Yep. I mean, I don't hate the idea of a SpongeBob movie, but yeah, it would be there's another. There's actual deep slate here. Where did that come from? There's gonna be probably a whole stream we have to do where we're just gonna fly around and see what little itty bitty spots that we've missed, single rocks. I definitely know it's easier schematic wise to just build layer by layer, going up until you're at the top, but it looks so much better in a time lapse if we're building like this, where you just like see different parts coming together and everything. So I'll take the extra pain to make the video look better. Where was it that I needed wool? I don't know. We can do this. We get this water in soon. That'd be kind of fun. I feel like so much of these videos just become like third-person footage of me doing things just because it's all this screen, which, to be honest, is not the most visually appealing thing to look at. Have you done some of this off stream as well? Yeah, this is the next video I'm working on, so I do a lot of it interchangeably, whether I'm streaming or not. And if I'm playing Minecraft right now, I'm working on building up this mountain. All right, we are not gonna go up any farther on this guy. Maybe. I say as I build up more blocks.
Pleased to meet you.
Hi fWhip. I've been gone for almost 2.5 months now after being in a crash, okay,
Oof.
caused by the other driver, and now am back. Hello chat. Remember your seat belts, even
Ouch,
if you're a
dude.
safe driver. It's what saved
me. Got a scar from the seatbelt, but didn't go through the windshield. Oof. Ouch, my dude. Glad to hear you're okay. And oof. I'm so sorry to hear you had to go through all that. That is awful. Yeah. Unsafe drivers out there, man. I'm so sorry, but I'm glad to hear you're okay, dude. Welcome on in. Hopefully you get a little chance to chill and recovery's going smooth. Yeah, seatbelts. Wearing a seatbelt is cooler than not wearing a seatbelt. It's true. Okay, we got all that. We got this. Sure, yep. 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 Yep, horse. Y'all be happy to know that I didn't remove a single mountain horse. Every single mountain horse survived the digging. Okay. We're just gonna... this is like where we're draw a line and then we'll go back the other way, so it's fine to do this whole face. I'm here, I got the stuff on me. Might as well. Okay, this is all below the mountain that we dug out on stream a little while ago. So if you're like, where, what, how, and why? Where, what, when, how, when, why? Yeah, those types of comments. Yeah, we need to go get some diorite. I need to figure out how to get some in my inventory so we can just build out some of this. I don't want to be going that way. I'm just following where the blocks need to be placed, but I don't want to be placing this way. Do this. It's so much easier to see it when like this. I wish there was a way like you get like a half density thing over what I have. Like it's either like all is on or none is on for the, but maybe there's some setting I'm missing. I don't know. Okay, now if I were to turn off, this is, we want the southwest. Okay, so we need to get those that little bit right in there. Okay, we can do that. Nope, that's bridge waterfall. Southwest. Nope, wrong button. And we'll just get like these little rows in here, and then that will be enough. Because I really want to just like send it around the back along the bottom, not so much building all the way up here, but eh. There's an unofficial port of it, Forge Matica. Huh. That's nice to know that somebody's porting it. I feel like Forge is so far behind the times, but that's for how I play Minecraft. So I don't know if that's the same as most people, but yeah, I feel like Forge is something that I'm like, yeah, that was great back in like the teens. But I don't think I've used a Forge instance since the Village and Pillage update. I think I've been on Fabric. All right, we are out of Pelos. Yeah, I think I've been on Fabric since Village and Pillage released. Deep Slate Diamond builds. I've been thinking about doing a village with houses built from each ore in stone. Huh, that could be cool. Yeah, I feel like at that point you're just gonna kind of be running into like what do you texture it with, you know? That's the hard part of those, is that you can get, there are cool textures on their own, but it's like what do you combine it with? Like deep slate lapis, J-Bus was showing me, has been trying to convince me to start using deep slate lapis in all of my builds recently, so I don't need that. We can use that as another spot. What do I not have any of? Oh, we wanted to get a diorite. That's what it was. The devs decided move to NeoForge because of the leader, to be honest. If using Forge, I would recommend NeoForge after 1.20.1. Yeah, I've never even downloaded NeoForge. I don't know what the difference is, but I'm assuming it's just a new mod loader. Let's get ourselves another bit of pale moss. I need to come through here and get rid of all these empty shoulders we're not using. Okay, pig. Okay, pig. I could have sworn I picked up diorite. It's like there's so much over there. No, it's all concrete powder. We do that at the end. It's gonna be some grand 3-hour, 4-hour section where all I'm doing is placing concrete powder. It's gonna be super fun. Probably on stream next week. That's before we even get into the worst part is not even the concrete powder, is what I'm very sad to say. Because then we have the snow layers. I don't even have those gathered yet. I'm starting to think snow layers will not be happening in the same video as we build this. I think I'm gonna do like part of it, like get the peak done. But dude, the snow layers are starting to scare me a little. I'll put some snow layers on top of those to hide that top. Nope, nope, that's not. Lost my voice yesterday. Have you ever lost your voice? How do you fix it? Give your voice a rest and drink tea, like warm tea, not super hot tea. You can put some honey in there, maybe some lemon. That can help, but just like a subtle amount. You can try gargling some salt water. That can help if the back of your throat is kind of grossed up and all that. But yeah, the best way to repair your voice is to rest it. Excuse you. By the way, I think you should limit airship travel by only giving access to the rich, because it also might affect your world's economy a little too much. You're right. My not so real Minecraft world economy. Nah, it's gonna be based around a society that like does it, and or maybe like a tinkerers. My thought is that airships are so technical to run that not unless you are an engineer, you can't figure out how to fly an airship. Is what the lore is for me. So sure, some rich dude who doesn't really exist in my world outside of, I guess there's kind of a rich, there's definitely like castles and things, so there's an element of rich in here, but I tend to not really write lore for that type of stuff outside of it looked cool, so it can go here. I wanted to build a castle. But you're right, in a real setting that probably would be how it happened. But then we can always say they're limited by weight, so they can't really be used too much for transporting goods. So then you got that loophole filled in too. Even though you slap one ender chest. I mean, you slap one ender chest to anywhere, and the whole travel economy is ruined.
Days. It's been amazing to see your channel grow alongside you. You are doing great, don't forget that.
Red Hoodie, thank you so much for the 5 months at tier 2, dude. I really do appreciate it. Legacy SMP is a hot minute ago. We were just talking about that earlier, but good to have you. Thanks for sticking around. It's been a fun journey. All right, I think we've got almost everything that would be for that like weird little section that was still in the other part of the schematic. So we should be okay.
Go ood morning, sir.
Go ood morning right back to you, Arcane Gaming. Is it a morning to be go ood, or is it a or is the morning simply go ood? Okay, there's that. We'll get this little section in. Oh, that concrete powder is gonna suck. It's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. Not a problem at all. I got rid of the wrong one. Okay, and that right there should be most of the resource list cut down. I love that. Now we can start figuring out all these sections and stuffs and things. Is that a Lord of the Rings reference I just heard? Yes. Okay. Okay. There's that and that. And oh, we're out of wool. My wool. What do I do without my wool? Go back for other stuff. Sad. I keep hearing a sound and I think it's me walking on the pale moss that I'm like, there's a creeper through this wall. I have to double check that and make sure I'm above the build. Ground floor at least. What are your thoughts on floating islands for a fantasy feel? Like, of course, not your hardcore world, perhaps in other worlds. The aesthetic of a floating island, cool. The actuality of a floating island in Minecraft, not so cool. Reason being is the exact same problem that we are having right here. If you want to make any element of a grand floating island, no matter what you do, underneath your island is this. It's just, well, there's, oh, well, there you go. You can see cheats aren't enabled. Wrong key to hit. That. Everywhere underneath your island, no matter what goes on, you just get mobs spawning everywhere. And then you also get the pure just darkness that comes straight down from up above. And I just think it looks so bad. It just really takes me out of whatever aesthetic I'm trying to create, unless you specifically want to have like a dark and dreary underside of whatever thing you're building. But for me, I'm not huge on that. But in terms of like having a Minecraft build that's like floating and stuff, I think it can be done cool. You just have, excuse me, you just have to do it like I did the tree, where it's not that the tree is creating an entire dark area, because I've drilled shafts of light through it, through the leaf canopy, so that there actually is like some light coming through, so you get some natural light coming down to the bottom. Ooh, we're on stone and andesite. We don't have much space for either. Okay, we're gonna do that. And what do I need the most of? I think I'm gonna take a third wool too. All right, next time we come back, we need to clear some of these empties out, because they are we're 3 over being able to empty that box. That's so sad. Whatever. Sorry, Miss May, I just want to tell people about Jesus. True, Nathaniel. What you should actually end your sentence to there is, sorry, Miss May, I don't want to follow the rules. Sounds very, very Jesus-y thing to do. The world tree in the end does need some company. Yeah, I really don't have much desire to build in the end currently. When we get an end update, I'll see about it. When's your next stream? Miss May's answered you a few times, bud. You can read the messages in chat of people pinging you. It's probably a highlighted message. It's probably got like a nice red background to it, or yellow, or whatever they do on YouTube now. I can't remember. It's probably got like your name is also highlighted in it, like really easy message to read. Sorry, who's Jesus? Probably some nice individual who hopefully was able to celebrate with their family yesterday. We're dead. That's it. The world's over. Just kidding. One of my neighbors' names is Jesus. He's a very nice guy. I see him in the mornings when I'm walking. We're gonna die again. See him in the mornings when I'm walking the dogs and he's dropping his daughter off at the school bus stop.
Pleased to
Seems
meet
like a
you.
kind individual.
Cozy stream time fWhip. Cozy and May is cute. Mandolin are cute. Got 'em.
Only those two are cute? Wow. Oh no, that's I heard, for some reason I heard it at Cozy Time and May is cute and Mandolin is, but that's your emote, Mandolin. That makes more sense. I thought you were just like calling yourself cute for a second there after I read your name, but like I'm true, like, you know what? Hype yourself up. You got to be your own #1 hype woman or hype man. It's true. Thank you for the 23 months. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Hey, emote, no. Your emote was like, yep, we are going to be our own hype woman today. We're going to do it. Like, too bad. Forced hype. I'm jumping around so much. I'm going to look back at this and be like, who the heck just made a Swiss cheese mountain over here? Hey, Robin, welcome on in. All the mods have come out to play. Yeah, the second you harm one of the mods, there's like a Batman, like bat signal goes out, and all of the mods are like, who's ganging up on my friend? And they're like, I'm going to beat you up too. With references to rules and sassy comments. We're getting through it. Slowly, but we're dead. I'm alive. I died, but then I lived. So sad. But worry not. I haven't had a full Celsius in a long time, and I was like down bad this morning. I was so tired. Just like so much food coma, so much goodness, and long day yesterday of like getting Thanksgiving and everything ready. I didn't even do much for it, I'll be honest. Like I can't even take much credit at all, if any, for I grilled and barbecued the ham and got all that stuff done, so you know I did something, but like not nearly as much as the others. But I feel like I just like woke up so tired today, and I was like, it's a Celsius day. It's like I still got a few left, and I've been trying to wean off of them because I don't need that much caffeine in my body, and so I'm not used to this much caffeine, and I definitely got caffeine today. I'm feeling caffeinated. We are in Boston. I'm on mobile. You out shopping? I haven't looked at any Black Friday deals yet. I feel like Black Friday is kind of a scam now. I don't know about y'all. I feel like there's some businesses that still have the traditional Black Friday deal, but I've so far of the 3 things that I was like interested in buying, every single one is on sale. Quote, sale. Like one of those sales where it says it's 30% off, but then I checked the Amazon price tracker history, and somehow the price jumped up 40% from yesterday to today. So it says 30% off, but in reality, they moved, it's 10% more expensive, but it says it's on sale. And like the fact that that type of stuff is allowed to happen just like blows my mind. I know Amazon's like, no, we definitely don't allow it to happen, but it still does all the time. And so I had a few little techie things I was looking at getting just for the office and whatnot. And now I'm like, no, I don't care enough. And I'm not paying extra to get it on quote sale. We have Black Friday sales all the way in Italy. Yeah, it's like a global phenomenon now. The Stream Deck didn't have a Black Friday deal, and I'm sad. Oh, no. I was kind of expecting them to try and clear out inventory before the GameCube releases. Steam Machine, for those who are not in on the meme. Dang, I was really expecting one to pop up. Maybe Cyber Monday? But I'm sorry, that sucks. I know you've been looking for one for a while. I will say, though, I have been using mine so much recently. I would say outside of working, I think I'm at probably pretty close to 50-50, if not 60-40 for the amount of gaming time that I do on my Steam Deck versus on my PC right now. Like, I'm playing most of my games on my Steam Deck. Like, 60-40 in favor of Steam Deck over PC gaming. Because a lot of the games I've been playing have a controller to them, so I'm like, if it runs on the Steam Deck... Okay, come on. Okay, come on. All right, now I'm committed. Now I'm committed. We're doing this. Nope, I know I can do this. Yeah! So if you are like, I still really want one, I can definitely say that I use my Steam Deck much, much more than I use anything else. Oh, we're out of wool. Jokes on Black Friday, we have Black Week. Yeah, I mean, that was even like one of the brand deals I did in the last month on the main videos. They wanted me to shout out their Black Week sale. And I was like, I don't think I've ever heard that term before. But the more I've been paying attention to videos and things this week, the more I'm like, oh no, like it's not Black Friday anymore, it's Black Week. Soon it's just gonna be Black Month. And we're just gonna have things on sale all of November. Showing off his parkour moves again? Yeah, please. Oohs and ahs in the chat would be great. Okay, we're gonna do a little whoop. You're gonna come with me. You're getting cleared out. You're getting cleared out. That can stay. That can stay. You're getting cleared out. You. There's like there's 5 empty boxes, which I'm going to actually just throw into this. That's definitely not what I got that for, but it's what it's going to be used for. Oh, hello. Okay, what do we not have any of? I'll grab another stone and another wool. Black Friday sale lasted, no joke, 2 months. Dude, furniture stores are like always running a sale because that's the only way they can get people to actually come into the store. So they just price things higher and then they just say everything's on sale, but it's like constant, never-ending sale. It's looking pretty mountainy. Looking pretty mountainy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anything companies can do to convince people to come in and think they're getting a deal, they're gonna do it, because unfortunately it works on a lot of people. Okay, we're gonna go over this little corner here. We will work our way up here. And my friends, if you have not already, click the like button. We got over 1,000 people on the YouTubes, and we're at less than 500 likes, so I really do appreciate it. Okay, it's all the way up to the top. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna fall. I'm dead. How long have we been live? An hour 45. Okay. Okay. Dang it. We go again. Oh, first try. See, I learned. I learned from earlier. I'm so smart. I learned. Ow. Similar story. There was a mattress store near me that always had going out in 3 days, massive sales for like 5 years. Yeah. Yeah, no, they do that on purpose. Yeah, no, that's a very, very business play with people's minds tactic. There was one near us that had a going out of business clearance sale for 6 months, and then just took the sign down and didn't go out of business. They apparently sold enough furniture and mattresses and whatnot that they no longer were going out of business. Have you ever tried using banners on details on builds? I've seen a lot of people like really pushing the banner tech, as it's becoming known as, and all I'm seeing is lag machines. All I'm seeing is the frame count actively dropping before my eyes in my world. Maybe I'll check it out and start using it some more when we get into better rendering engines for Minecraft, but with the current Minecraft rendering engine, all I can imagine is my world just chunking and just keeling over dead. Just bleh, we're done. Too many banners to load. Like I'll go for sign tech. I'm in on the signs and all of that type of detailing. Banners do look cool. People have made a lot of really cool like window designs and things with banners, or you can use like them to make like a Tudor house. But it also does require third-party mods in order to look good, because you need to make it render from really far away. Otherwise, it makes the build just look terrible.
This is the traditional good night / good time zone cheer. Have a good rest of the stream, everyone, and have a good mountain. fWhip.
Thank you, Frenchman. Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon, evening, good night, sleeps, all that good stuff. And Jan, thank you so much for the gift member. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think banner tech has potential, but it's just one of those where it's like you want to use it from far away, because otherwise it looks very obviously like a banner from up close a lot of the times, or there's a lot of suspension of disbelief, or suspension of belief, however you say the phrase. Like you have to kind of really tell yourself that this isn't a banner, it's a wooden beam. And I'm not too huge on it. I know there's a lot of people, like Sinnoh is really, really big on banner tech and like has a lot of successful videos recently about showing off banner tech and stuff like that. But I don't think it actually is. It's like that buildstone fad. it hits a very, very similar mark for me as Buildstone. I'm like, it looks cool, I guess, but I don't think it really is needed. And it's only usable in small scales. What music do I like? I listen to a lot of electronic music. Now that the holidays are here, I'm very much in chill step mode for now. Just cozy chill step. But I listen to a lot of stuff. I like tropical house. I just like a good vibey beat. Like I don't need much in the way of like vocals or anything. I just like a good beat just going in the background, because I'm the type of person who always has background music going on. Like even when I'm recording, I have music playing. It helps, you know, that I can't think if it's too quiet, so I need to have noise. It helps me actually focus and get things done. But then if there's lyrics, then I have a hard time recording and not saying the words that are in the lyrics. Kind of trips me up. But I also like a good like 90s rock, 80s, 90s rock. Kind of all over. I used to be a metalhead, not so much anymore. I was listening to some Rise Against recently, though, and I was like, I remember why these guys were good. I like these guys so much. Never gonna see them in concert, though. One of the few metal bands that I was really into that I never gonna see. The Lofi Beats to Study person graduated? Oh, really? Are they done? Are they done studying? Have they finally studied all that they need to study? Honestly, that person, I just hope, made so much money. I just hope that having that radio going 24/7, but I guess there are no ads on it, but I just like, for their sake of creating something that is just like such a cultural phenomenon of like everybody who's on the internet knows about the Lo-Fi Beats girl. Like, I just so hope that they are just filthy rich and just like nobody really knows who they are. Like they can just stay anonymous and they can just kind of go on and enjoy their life and keep making little lo-fi beats for people to listen to. Like, that would be the best for them. Be the best end of that story. Oh, never fixed that hole. Whatever. Your streams are my ambient background work noise. I turn on a lot of people's streams for ambient background work noise if I'm just like grinding out resources or something, or trying to get like some paperworky stuff done. I feel like that is one of like the things for me that was like something that I actually enjoyed about working in an office before I moved into this as my job, was just the constant background noise, the chitter chatter of people, like, and then like rustling of pens and paper and all that stuff like that. I didn't realize until later like how much actually helped me focus, and now I've just kind of replaced that like white noise, brown noise, whatever you'd call it, with just my own, just more music and everything. The fact that they graduated surely means they did well, right? Yeah, but there's also, unfortunately, nowadays, just because you graduated college doesn't really guarantee money. Even if you get one of those highly sought after degrees, it's unfortunately not the easiest thing to find a job directly out of it. So yeah, I hope that they were like, yeah, we're going to do this college thing just because I started it and I want to finish it. But like, I don't need to. Just gonna go get all smart and be a forever student and forever make lo-fi beats and study. Just ignore all like the grossness missing from it, and it's definitely getting there. I'm in an office today. Maybe going on my phone. Nice, nice, nice. MC Aquas, thanks so much for the 10 gift subs, dude. Good stuff, good stuff. Thank you so much. Boom, boom, boom. Well, boom, boom. I think we are almost out of stone, too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're doing well today. Ooh, how do I have 3 stacks of that? I shouldn't have 3 stacks. I know we ran out of tough, so we'll do all that. Get you. Get you. Bam. Bam. How we doing, though, Aquas? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, student loans are definitely a rough one. That was took quite a few years to pay off. And I feel like I was very lucky in being able to do it. And how quickly I was able to pay off loans and things was probably quicker than the average by a decent amount. We got 2 of stone. All right, before we keep going, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick, and then we'll keep building away. I'll be right back. Okay. We're back. He is AI. I am AI. It's true, yeah. It's true, I'm not real. I'm the original chat. Is fWhip? Okay. Goblin 2.0 for next mega build? Probably not. I don't really want to dig that large of a space, and I don't have that large of a cave nearby. I do want to do something soonish that is that like free flowy form of Gobland, where it's very much like just blah, everything thrown in there together. Like that would sound fun to do, but I don't think I want to like do Gobland specifically. Something like that in the swamp, though, could be sick. I feel like we could make a really cool, like, bayou town in the swamp. I've been kind of thinking about doing that. Like a witch village or something. Like, re-envision what a witch village would look like, and we can get some swamp villagers and stuff out there. Could be fun. I don't know. Nate, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? If I could make my Hey Google into Hey fWhip, that would be so funny. You can add pre-done like phrases. So I wonder if you could just change it. But probably not. They're trying to trademark that, so everybody uses that specifically.
Pleased to meet you.
Had to switch to Twitch PC. I got ads on and then realized I hadn't subbed yet this month here either. fWhip, what oops.
Mandolin, thank you so much for the 10 months. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's the fact that YouTube, you can't get rid of ads for paid supporters on streams is kind of a bummer, because you can get rid of it on videos, but you can't on streams. Kind of weird. But I mean, they're just trying to push YouTube Premium. Actually, can you get rid of on videos anymore? I don't know if you can. I do wish if somebody was paying $5 a month as a member, I could give them ad-free viewing. That would be kind of nice. Even just the $1 tier. Like I would do that as like the base thing for people. Just like $1. $1 per person. That's fine by me. You saying that, hey Google, made my Google thing pop up on my phone? Hey Google, play Despacito.
Pleased to meet you.
Let me know if it worked.
Are there any plans to build a magical / sick forest like the Mirkwood from LOTR?
If we get yellow leaves or something like that, I would love to do more foresty things. I don't really have a plan for another forest outside of expanding the current ones, which are very realistic, el natural, not so much magical. But I feel Alex, thanks so much for 6 months, dude. I feel like it could be fun to do some big magical foresty thing, but I feel like I would need... Did it work? Did it work? I feel like I would need some sort of a... My Google just started playing it. Yes! I sub here, but I'm also a Patreon member. I feel like I'm all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a better way to consolidate it for YouTube viewers. I do like having all the platforms so people can support where they would like to instead of having to create an account on a platform they might not have. I know there's like Ko-Fi on all those, and I feel like with already having 3 platforms, that's enough options for people. But I know I've even had some people ask if I can open up Discord memberships, and I'm like, I just would rather go with the integrations that we get directly from like the other platforms that get you a role in Discord that shows it instead of a direct Discord membership. But I've also heard from some friends that did release Discord memberships that they only saw a net bonus like increase instead of people who like cancel that one and went to there or something like that. So I don't know. I don't ever want to be in a point where people are feeling like I'm like nickel and diming them of trying to get people to sub or pay on every single platform ever. Like, no, there's enough of that in life. I don't need 30 different subscription models for fWhip content. Not that I would ever really put any of my content behind subscriptions in terms of like video entertainment, just the world downloads and assets and stuff. Thanks, man. Google's blasting Despacito. Stream runs better for me on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube I can give more bandwidth to than Twitch, so it should run better. It should be visually better on YouTube than Twitch. But that's also based off of your own internet and all that stuff, if you're allowed to. But given ideal circumstances and equal ping, the YouTube stream will look visually better than the Twitch stream. Alyssa, thanks for hanging. You have a good one, all right? Sir Doge. Hello. Welcome on in. Just placing some blocks. Just show me blocks. So many blocks. We are working on building up the mountain today for those who have been jumping in and are like, what is he doing? There's a big old Lightmatica thing that I made a while back, and we are just working through placing in all of the blocks. So I have transparency turned off so I can more easily see with what we're trying to place in here. I almost died. I'm gonna go here and make a line, and we're gonna go back, and we're gonna try and get everything that's not concrete powder in to this side. Because that, yeah, we're starting to wrap, which is good. Progress is being made slowly. Oh, we're out of andesite. Progress is being halted. In the past, Twitch always looked better than YouTube for me. Yeah, it's probably just ping based off of where the nearest server is for you. I know there's a lot of people who have preferences on one or the other purely because where they live is kind of forced one option to being better than the other, so it makes sense. Right, I should go get more andesite because we use a lot of it. Yeah, now we're out of pale moss too. Okay, we'll go. Woohoo! Starting to look a little mountainy. I feel like I'm at the point where I must build my first Minecraft castle. Only took me over 1,500 hours. Why haven't you made a mob switch? It would allow you to work through the night, thus making you be capable of doing more work due to throughout the day. I don't like mob switches. Simply put. I think a mob switch in the overworld, if you're playing hardcore Minecraft, just don't play hardcore Minecraft. Is my thought. At that point, I'm like, what am I doing? I definitely get people who make them. Like I think play how you want and do whatever you want. Like it's your Minecraft world. Don't listen to me on how to play in your Minecraft world. But I also at the same time think mob switches are a little they're a little cheeky, if you would. Especially in hardcore. I feel like if you're playing regular survival, make all the mob switches you want because, like, whatever. If you, or just like toggle to peaceful, it's basically an easier way of toggling to peaceful because toggling peaceful could actually have a negative impact on your world by deleting mobs you had name tagged or something.
You can call me Leaf.
Leaf, you're back again. Thank you so very much. Another big one. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. How we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you've had a good week so far. Thank you so much for the support. Can we get some hearts in the chat for Leaf over here, please? Not Nature Leaf. Leaf. Specifically Leaf. I really appreciate it, though. Thank you so much for the support. But yeah, mob switches to me are just kind of, especially in hardcore. Granted, I am thinking about building one in the Nether so that we don't have to deal with spawn proofing everything. I think I'm gonna have to balance it so it doesn't negatively impact the Wither Skeleton farm, but it still spawn proofs most of the whatchamacallit, the city that we're gonna build, but it doesn't like negatively impact the rest of the Nether. So it's gonna be kind of a interesting project. But I do think it's going to be kind of cool to experiment with that, but I don't think I would ever make one in the overworld. Just, I feel like building in the Nether and making anything in the Nether is just so prone to explosion. Hence, gas and all of thems. The mob switch is the only really way to make anything big and grand in the Nether without spawn proofing every inch, and then that ruins your ability to detail things when you can only be slabs or buttons or carpets or pressure plates or any non-spawnable block. It just kind of sucks. So for the desire to build something really ridiculously cool, really ridiculously good looking, we are going to be delving into the mob switch land for the Nether. But yeah, I don't think I'd put one in the overworld. But totems also defeat the whole challenge of hardcore Minecraft. Like, you get a bunch and totems, you're basically immortal. Not in the same way. Sure, yeah, you could have 1,000,000 totems and you would, quote, never die. You'd be immortal. But what happens if you take enough damage, your one totem that you had pops, and you instantly are taking more damage? That totem's not going to save you. Like, you'd have to instantly put another totem in your offhand, And so yeah, you can play that way, and you can do that. Like, you can, if you're gonna go that route, then basically netherite armor makes you near invulnerable because it reduced the amount of damage you took from anything compared to full diamond armor, and you don't get knocked back by creepers as much anymore, so your chance of falling off of things is much lower. And so yeah, I think totems are more balanced for the game than mob switch, and also totems natively exist in Minecraft. Mob switches don't natively exist in Minecraft in the way that players use them. Like, people had to figure out how to gimmick the spawning rules in Minecraft to create mob switches. Like, that's a player-made creation. A totem is a Minecraft developer-made creation. I think they're very different. But yeah, you have to actively have a totem in your hand for it to work. So there's a lot higher chance of death with totems than there is by having a mob switch. A mob switch removes all danger. A totem saves you from an instance of danger. It's a very, very different distinction right there. I kind of want to go get a bunch of snow and just start filling in the snow here. I don't feel like I know I said I was going to go around the back end here, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm BFF Jill. You think we should have an end update? Yeah. I mean, I made a video on what I'd want to see in an end update a little while ago. Mog, I'm assuming you're bringing that up because Mog Slump's video that came out yesterday, he did a really good job summarizing it. Mog's ability to make videos is very, very impressive. He definitely pulled off what I was thinking my video was going to be more like, but I didn't have the time frame to be able to make something as professional as what Mog made. Mine's definitely more home studio, where he's definitely like a whole editing company at this point, pretty much, it seems like. But yeah, he did a fantastic job on that video. Mog Swamp Media Group. It'll be here soon, I'm sure. Yeah, we're out of pale moss. Okay. Get our darkness here in the middle, and then we'll go. A caved in section. How did I do? Oh, ew! That goes all the way down there. Ew, brother. Have to go. It's 2 a.m. No worries. Leaves are green. Frogs are green. You find them in swamps. It's a biome in Minecraft. The end is a biome. End update confirmed. True. You got it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Finally figure out how to turn off the Google thing. Yeah, being able to turn off those so they don't just like, when you're talking to them, they don't just instantly go, sure, here you are. I'm like, no, I wasn't talking to you. Like, I just saying the thing. Like, since I've been on my new PC, I at one point was like, I can't remember even what the Microsoft one is, so I'm not even going to say it. But I said something that activated it while I was in recording, and I was like, shut up. Like, you just ruined a clip. Oh, we lost all that. What do I not have? Andersite. I'm a flippin' genius, you are. It's true. W Elytra skin. I do like the copper cape. Copper cape is a good cape. It's a good cape. Save blocks. We don't need to fill in what's in there. Okay, we fill all this in. There's so much concrete powder in the side. What was I thinking? I was not. That is the secret. This is such a big project. I don't know what I've been thinking. Like, yeah, I can build this in 2 weeks. Is one of those weeks a holiday? Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, if I can at least get the mountain finished, then no snow layers at all. I think I'm gonna try for this. I don't know. Do you think the snow layers or the tall grass, like fluffiness along the terrain, is more important for the look? I'm trying to figure out which route I want to go. I feel like I'm leaning towards getting the tall grass in first. That's also a very painful process, probably. I think snow layer farming is faster than tall grass farming. And that also includes double tall grass, which I could just erase, because I might actually go and redo the schematic and just get rid of the double tall grass. You think the snow? I feel like that fluffiness on top of the grass can really help sell it, where we already have snow blocks. I don't know. I'll have to experiment. But I think I might get rid of the extra tall grass, like the too tall grass that I have in it. I think it might look better. Because right now, a few places look a little too lush. I want to just look like little sparse bits of floof. Then we can go back in by hand after, where we feel like it's needed, and we can add some of that. That's probably the play. I don't know. So many decisions on how to do this the most efficient way possible. I don't have to think about what's being fun. I just have to think about getting it done immediately. If you're having fun, you're not even really Minecrafting. Play this game for the arts, not the fun. It's true. Very true and real. I do like how these mountains turned out, but I am very interested in trying some new styles of mountain building. But the problem is that I've done multiple mountains in this area in the same style. And so I need to figure out how to evolve this style where it doesn't look different enough that it feels like two fully different mountains. But so like it'll probably be the texturing stays the same, but I think I might try some different things with shaping for a few of them. Just for some funsies. There's the last of the tuff too. Stupid sheep. Stupid sheep. Making art is part of having fun. No, absolute lies. No, I'm kidding. As in for new mountains, or are we just going to edit the other ones? No, Jaybird, I want to keep the other ones. I like the other ones. I think these all look really good. My brain is just getting ahead of my building. You know. I'm just building faster than my brain, or I'm braining faster than I can actually keep up with the builds. What else am I missing? Stone? Yeah, we lost a stack stone. Okay. Wow, there's another shulker down. Get a little bit more grass. Your new papyrus. Maybe I do want to do the rest of those landscape elements. That big mesa rock that we made right here. I really want to finish that along here. I feel like I really am wanting to get that in just for the full line of mesa rock. And then we'll figure out what the heck this is. I'm kind of thinking like we turn this jungle into another rock out here too. That's like much more of a lush version of these guys. Just that it's in like this wetter zone. So, I don't know. But that is definitely something I'm like, I want to do this soon. But I also have... Ew, what is that? Ew. We're leaving that. Just a goof in the schematic. I'm working. Get murdered. Don't interrupt my work. Instant murder. Okay. I don't know where I was working before. Oh, we were down there, but now we're up here, so it's fine. Are we down there? I think we were. I don't know. These blocks need to go in too, so it's fine. This is just going to be a shamble of time-lapse clips. I'm going to figure out how to stitch all these together, dude. I don't really know. We'll figure it out. That's where the magic or something happens, right? A lot of concrete powder up here. Why is this not grass? I don't know. It's fine. Probably it'll look cool or something. I probably just didn't mask over it when I was in the painting, but it's kind of nice having like one section of flatter rock area. And with the pale moss in here, we could put a few little pieces of grass. That's some 4D chess right there. Let the editor figure it out. Well, I gotta figure out what the voice lines go over the top of it and all that, and I gotta render out the time lapses. No, I do all the flashback work and get all those things done because it's much easier when you're the one who recorded the thing and like did the thing to then comb through the flashback file to find where you want, because I at least have the, oh yeah, I remember on stream about like an hour in. Yeah, I had that thing going on there. Or like when I'm putting a note in, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember where that was, or like what I was doing or what I might be needing or wanting to look for. So I send my editor all pre-rendered clips and things like that, and with the voice lines, and then he does all the stitching together and lining them up and all of that, and the music and effects and everything. But I send him all of the rendered stuff and the raw footage. I've been catching myself lately telling villagers, go away, I'm busy, and then smack him with a sword, right? Oh, I feel like I'm going to be running out of andesite soon with how much andesite is going into these mountains. I'll be honest with y'all. There's a lot more andesite in these mountains than there is stone, unfortunately. So I might have to retexture some of the other ones. Not even retexture, but like just do a mask over for andesite and do like 25% of that andesite just goes to stone. It does look better as andesite, but I also think from far enough away, it's not really like a huge miss to just, you know, put it as stone instead and save myself some tears of andesite. Like you can craft andesite with cobblestone though, right? Which I also don't have a ton of cobblestone. Does she need quartz? Or is it diorite that needs quartz? Just build a giant diamond ore that is covering space like an asteroid. that people mine. I actually did think about doing that with netherite way back in the day. Like having some netherite meteors to explain how netherite's in the overworld. More so than just, yeah, it's a Minecraft thing. I always thought that could be like a really cool, like a point of interest out in the Minecraft world of just having a random asteroid land. Like I feel like that's very much possible in the Minecraft universe, implying that there's stuff up there. It's not just void. And the endless blue sky. Like, don't have the meteors actively falling, but like just have like meteor crash areas every very rarely once in a while. I don't know why I'm on this side of the mountain, but I am. Okay. I do like all the terracotta blobs in here. It was kind of a last minute decision to try it, and just all it is like a discolored stone. That's like what it's meant to be, just like a warmer discoloration of stone or something. I feel like it really pulled it off well. I probably said that a few times, but I still think it's good. Probably better than me later on being like, yeah, I hate that I did that. Let's get on up there. I was really planning to do just the back, but you know, here we go. And we're out of pale moss again. I'm doing so much pale moss placing right now. Wait, what is that? Hello? That exposed purple concrete in my mountain build? It is. I'm falling. So much for placing those snow blocks in. Well.
Cha-ching!
Nature, you just get... Sorry, Leaf, did you just get 50 memberships, dude? Thank you so much. Is full diamond armor good on day 50 in a hardcore world? If you're surviving, I think you're good. Thank you for 50 gift memberships, Leaf. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't think there's any really like pace you need to stick to be successful in... Oh, jeez. I was trying to eat some food. I'm placing logs now. But like be successful in a hardcore world. There's no like gear requirements you have to sit on, because it's not like... I mean, yes, local difficulty exists, but it's not like you need to constantly be like out leveling things. So if you're just playing safe, you could exist theoretically in hardcore with iron armor for thousands of days. But it's also, you can also get full netherite armor before day 10 if you directly do that. But then I don't know. Play how you want to play. If you're having fun, if you're enjoying it, you're doing great.
Whip, cozy fWhip.
Crimson Twilight with the 1 year. Thank you so much. The tree looks excellent. Can we get some hearts in the YouTube chat for Leaf, though, please? That would be absolutely awesome. 50 gifted, dude. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Ew, snow layer. What did we run out of? Oh, there's 3 stacks of wool. There's that. Oh, we're putting them in here. Ooh, we now need less wool than concrete powder. Oh boy. What else do I need? Let's get another andesite. Going to play Minecraft now, but I'll still be in stream. All good, dude. Have fun. W Leaf, indeed. If y'all got a gift membership, if you want to get the new world download that came out last Thursday, you can join the Discord, get your account linked. You get in there.
I got good stuff here.
Curse of Twilight, thank you for the 10 gift subs, dude. I gotta stretch. I'm caught in a stretch. I'm stuck. Gotta do it. Okay, we're good. Crimson Twilight, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm definitely still like getting used to having a mandolin and a lady mandolin. And like, and I know it's you two, I know, are in a lot of stream communities that overlap, and I'm sure you definitely are like, are they talking to me or are they talking to the other one? I don't know, but I'm starting to get there. I'm starting to get there. That's supposed to be. Yeah, of course. That creeper was just a, yeah, you dummy. You're not supposed to be working on that side of the mountain. You're supposed to be working back here. A dirt. You can have a grass. It'll turn into dirt. Ignore how terribly I merged these trains together, please. It's fine. There's a forest here. You can't see this. Unless you're up here looking at it. And at that point, it looks fine. This is probably the laziest job I've done in a long time with actually like merging a landscape in, because I didn't do... Like, it looks fine here. But that is just so bad. Where'd you learn to build? Lots and lots and lots and lots of practice over many years. I've been building in Minecraft pretty much since it released. I bought Minecraft in 2011 or 2012. No, like early 2012 is when I bought Minecraft. So I've been playing Minecraft for definitely like a lot in the last 7 years, but I've been playing Minecraft for 13, almost 14 years now. It's easy to remember because mandolin is short, like 3'4". Ouch. My short 5'4" has never been so attacked. Wait, you both are 5'4"? That's so funny. It's not on the thumbnail. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Twinning even more. Next, you two are going to find out you're actually long lost siblings or something like that. No, probably not that much. That would be really weird. That'd be like, we're in a simulation weird. It's pretty funny though. Whenever you see somebody who has like a similar name to you on the internet, I feel this like instant camaraderie of just like, ah, you're like me. We're best friends now, right? Or even the same if you like see somebody who has the same birthday as you, you're like, yeah, we're in this together. All right, who is here saying they're 6'7"? I don't believe it. We insta besties, so many streams. I see her pop up, and the poor streamer is so confused. They're like, they're like, do you have 2 accounts? No. Well, we did make it to the end. That was kind of the goal. So that's cool. We definitely did a lot of weird just up sections as we're going, but you know, let's go until we have another resource run out, and then I want to go grab all the snow and just start filling in snow. The big old peak and whatnot, and see how much of that we can get placed in. I'm at the point where in the video I've done enough of the first mountain building and like broken down the steps and all of it, of how it works, how it comes together, the reasoning behind the thoughts, and I'm at the point of the video being like, and so I had to place a lot more blocks. So it's not that I need to keep it as slowed down or anything. It's just it's go time. It's stuff's got to get added in, stuff's got to be built. We should be out of creeper range. Should. Hopefully. Whereas this mountain, you're building so many mountains, it's hard to keep track of. True, I am. The world tree's right there. There's the original mountain. Why is everyone so tall? Why are you so short? Just instantly turned back on you. No, just... Yeah, I'm like 6'1.5", so I'm not like super tall. But I'm also not short. I'm pretty happy with my height. I won't really care to change it. I feel like I'm at the height where I'm like, I'm tall, but I'm not like so tall that I'm like have to duck my head when I'm going in a door frame, you know? Like, I feel like that's a pretty good height to have. Because I have a few family members. One of them is 6'5", and one is 6'6" or 6'7". I think 6'6". For the sake of not quoting the meme. And they both are like constantly having to, like, anytime we go in somewhere short, they're just like walking and talking like this. They're like just enough to get their head down. I'm like, that honestly sounds kind of annoying. Did we just, oh, we didn't get like any of the stones or whatever. We'll start. In my country, 6'2" is the average height for males. Are you Dutch? Because I know Dutch people are super tall. There's a few countries in the world where just people are just tall. Like Samoans. Super, super tall. I feel like there's a lot of like the Pacific Island nations that are just a bunch of really, really tall individuals, which is cool. Especially when it's like still like an Asian descent, like tracing it back and all that. And then you have a lot of the Asian nations are like a lot, like people are much, much shorter. And it's like, I just kind of love that like contrast between the two. Okay, we're going to just take all the schnur that we can. My husband is 6'4", my 2-year-old has the height of a 5-year-old. I told him to stop or he won't fit in the world. That's funny. Okay, we're just gonna go and place in snur. The snow is definitely like down a little for like where it should be, like you see it ending there, but that's on purpose so that the snow layers look better when we build it back up. So the snow is going to very much seem like it's recessed. Oh, I should have brought diorite with me too. After we get through this little section, I'll go back and get some diorite. We'll get 2 stacks because we'll probably need it. Yeah. Hello, diorite. Pacific Island people in East Asia are not related much genetically. Oh, okay. Thanks for the correction. My mistake. Tried to join your Discord, but none of the links work. I had somebody say that earlier this week, and I tried it too. And they were working on my side, so I'm not sure. When you say none of the links work, what are they popping up with? Because the links do work as far as I've tested on my computer. Sir Dog, Doge Man, Mr. Doge, Mr. Doge, if you would, if that's okay. I don't add anybody on Discord unless it's Discord is my work phone. And I only add people who I'm actively working with or other content creators for the connection's sake, but also for my own safety and things. I do not add any fans or community members unless they're moderators for me as friends on Discord. I don't want things being weird. The internet is a spooky place for everybody involved in it, and I never want to be in a private chat room setting with my fans, and I just, for any sort of confusion or whatever it is like that, for my own protection, I do not want to be in any of those situations. So if there's ever something where I'm chatting with fans directly, it is always in a public forum where there's other people have eyeballs. Even for like the Patreon, like YouTube help reward tiers and things like that, like all of those, all of my admins and mods have access to view it. They don't have access to type and chat in there, but for visibility purpose, and safety for everyone involved purposes, they all have visibility to see what is being said. Have you tried out Arc Raiders yet? No, I'm not much of a first-person shooter fan, so I have not bothered. Is it good? I mean, obviously people are loving it, so I'm assuming it's good. I don't really understand like the appeal of those extraction type games. Like, so you go in, you get loot, and then you get out and you cache the loot, and then you can like get permanent upgrades to take back in with you. Is that the point of arc raiders? Am I understanding that correctly? I bought arc raiders in case Rofo or Blockdown invite me to a game one day. Dude, Stam, maybe one day they'll want to hang out with you, but sorry, bud. They probably meant to tell you, but it got lost in the carrier pigeon and all that, you know. This is the mail's fault, not theirs. They definitely sent it. You know how it goes. Do people notice you in real life? I've had a few people come up to me IRL. I'm not like, sure, I have a large online following, but it's not that people know me for me. They know like the name fWhip, which is kind of how I prefer it. Like if people connect me, like if you're in the streams, my stream audience is a fraction of the size of my total audience. If you think about that, there's hundreds of thousands of people that watch my content that have never watched a live stream. So they have zero idea what I look like. They know what I sound like, but they have no idea what I look like. And that's fine. I think that's totally fine. I was chatting with, I think it was Linksy's live stream a little bit ago, where somebody was asking about like face reveals and stuff like that, and I was like, I don't know, I feel like going back, like part of me is like, maybe I would have preferred like to keep that anonymity that like Etho has and all that, where nobody knows Etho, like what he looks like. They only know his voice, and part of that would be really cool to not really have any of that worry or anything about it. But then also I feel like there's definitely a better like fan connection just by knowing. Like having this for live streams, I feel like helps, but also part of me is like, yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing if I like had never done a face reveal. I forgot to DM Stam back. It's okay, Rofo. We know you hate him. Stam's just crying over there. He's just tears on tears on tears, just making his own river of tears that you didn't want to play Arc Raiders with him. Was that enough gaslighting? Stam, let me know if he reaches out to you. I got you. I'll make Rofo play games with you. No, Rofo was here. This is so embarrassing. I forgot he watches you. Now Stam's embarrassed too. This is a great day. Doc said he kind of wishes he stayed anonymous. Yeah, I get that. I feel like the hermits also have that like extra level of just publicness to what they do. Even on top of like what I do, like the hermits have like an identity around hermits. So like that's even a bigger game than what I have. Like I feel like I'm at the level where I can go to a convention and people will recognize me. But like if I'm going grocery shopping, I've never. I did have I went grocery shopping this last week. I haven't told Sid yet this. No, not week before last. But I had somebody who came up to me because I was just wearing my Foliage University hoodie just because it was cozy. And I was like, this is great. I had somebody come up to me and go, wow, that's a really cool sweatshirt. Where'd you get that? And I just went, oh, yeah, thanks.
Keep it real.
Then just kind of walked away. But I was just like, do they know what it is? Or are they just like, that's a cool hoodie because it says university on it, that they're like, I don't know, I'm curious. And I just kind of was like, yeah, thanks. It just like kept pushing my cart down the aisle, going to like picking out bread or something. Oh, I can't remember, but I just like, and I'm leaving. But I'm just like, part of me just so hopes that was somebody who like knows what it is. They're a follower of the channel, but they just like, they're like, oh, that's cool. And they're just like, oh, somebody with a fWhip hoodie was here. And they're like, nope, that was me. But I didn't have, I couldn't be like, oh yeah, it's a YouTuber merch. And then be like, oh, who? My own? No, I ain't doing that, dude. That'd be so much worse. No, I was just like, okay, thanks, bye. Just kept going. It was somebody in their 20s, so I was like, there's a not zero chance. Perfect disguise, yeah, in plain sight. Struck on it. Proceeds to self promo. That'd be hilarious. Nah, never. Are you kidding? Nah, fam. I even like talking about what I do with family and all that. It's not that I don't like talking about what I do. Like I actually have a lot of fun chatting about YouTube-y stuff and all that. But I feel like unless it's somebody who I know is in the gaming space or is somebody who like I've just blabbed about it enough to, like my wife, that she like has a pretty general idea of like what I do and all that. Like obviously she's like in the know enough. But when I have other friends who are like, oh, what are you up to right now? What projects are you working on? And they like most of my friends are gamers to some amount, or their significant other is a gamer. So like there's a lot of like, they understand the gaming space and all of that. But then like more of the explaining about like what I'm doing in the YouTube side, for me, for some reason, I'm always kind of like, yeah, stuff. Like, I feel weird getting into like the details of it. Just be like, yeah, I got a new project I'm working on, blah, 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 blah. Like it's kind of, I don't know. It's like still one of those I'm like, this is kind of weird to talk about. Not that I'm like embarrassed by it or something. I just find it like the need to explain a lot of the things is like weird sometimes, I guess. Or how much I feel like I need to explain.
Want to know about the paths he is working on.
Yeah, we'll see it maybe between his trees or whatever that he's making. We'll see. We might see a path or a tree one day. One day, maybe. Treya, thanks for the donut. I appreciate it. Where's this like give Stam a hard time today coming from? I'm not opposed, but like where's it coming from? I basically like when my husband tried to explain a D&D campaign to me and I'm just like, yeah. Yeah. Even with Sid, that she like knows loosely enough about what I'm doing. Like she knows like the concept of like hardcore Minecraft and all that. But in terms of like that I'm building a mountain right now for the only sake of it's gonna look cool. She probably like knows in essence of that, but like I don't know how much more beyond that. I also don't want to discredit her. She's a smart cookie. But like I definitely have some friends who are like, oh, what are you working on? What's going on? Like, what are you up to? And I'm just like, I'm building in Minecraft, doing things. Like or they're like, how's the channel going? And I'm like, good. I don't know what to say beyond that when people ask me like, how's the channel and everything going? I was like, yeah, it's going. Just still doing it as a job. It kind of feels like, I don't know. There's not an easy way of answering it in the same way of like with other jobs. I feel like where you're like, yeah, just chugging away, still enjoying the work, or enough to actually want to keep doing it, or whatever you'd say. But oh. It's that way in tech too. You're either an IT help desk or you're a dev. Otherwise, people don't get it. Yeah. That's very true. Oh, that's the inventory. Yeah, I have quite a few friends that are developers that work for like just various Seattle tech companies. And so they'll like sit down and start talking about all the different languages and things that they're using and blah, 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 blah. And then like, oh, have you checked out this? Blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, I'm so far removed from this world now that I can't even keep up at all. I used to be like fairly involved with it just because I was in the tech world, but I was like programmer adjacent. So I knew enough to be able to like test out bug fixes and things like that, but I wasn't like writing the code myself. But like I was able to kind of like write scripts and things to test software and blah de blah, all that fun stuff, you know. All right, we're cheating. Cheating. Cheating, bleep. Okay. Oh, this doesn't touch the ground anymore. Okay, that's fine. There's the reason you couldn't do any more YouTube anymore. Would you go back into tech or find a new path in life? I think tech is probably that. I don't know. I'm so far out of the industry now that all my skill set I had is probably like the base troubleshooting skill set I built up. I could definitely like bring that back in, but like the software is being used in the IT world, at least in startup cultures, is probably very different, and databases and whatnot is just probably very different back end now compared to what I was doing. Because it's been 6-7 years now, like actually, not meme wise. I think it's 7 more specifically. But yeah, I feel like I'd want to go into art if YouTube were no longer to work out for me. Like if I would need to transition to something else, I think I would want to go back to school and get either a degree in graphic design or find some way to get like a 3D modeling degree and either go work in like the film industry and like work on creating environments for movies like that they use for like the CGI screening and overs and whatnot to get like the background elements in. Like that'd be some cool stuff to work on. Something like that would be really cool. Or working with like video game companies to develop landscapes for worlds and stuff. Like I definitely still would want to stay in that like 3D creative space if I can.
Would you say it's the bridging between gaming and art that can be hard to express?
I think so, yeah. And I think it's more about like the turning that stuff into like for like chatting about with friends about work and things like that. I feel like it's more of the explaining how it's a job and like how it's like all that stuff, because then people very much are like, oh, how much like it's very common even with like a lot of y'all ask constantly of like, how much money do you make on YouTube? And it's like, because people are just like so curious about it. I'm like, I just never like getting involved in the numbers and things. But then people are like, well, how much does it pay for like an art hobby and blah 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 blah. And I'm always just like, well, I'm all of our fun events and things that we want to go to, I'm always down. And so it's more that side that's like the weird of like not the gaming to the art. It's more of like the art turning into like a product that turns into a video that is, and it's probably a lot is just like me in my head thinking that, and my friends are like, well, yeah, duh, we understand that now. But just like the equating of like creating a building and art and then like a video out of it and then like getting the views and off of that. Because I definitely think of my projects, I more think of in terms of like a build project, but then that build project realistically doesn't make any money in itself. What makes the money for me is turning that build project into an entertaining video. Like there's very much two parts of what I'm doing. And that's like that can be a little hard to grasp that transition unless you're like in the Minecraft space and you know a bit more about how all that works. Wow. But how does YouTube make money? I just tell people they print their own. True. Yeah, I used to get that from not so much my family. My dad was a little bit at first and then And it didn't really. He was like, as long as you're paying your bills. And I was like, yep, we're good. But then, and my mom very much was like, well, I don't care. Like, you'll figure out how to make it work. But then, like, with other family members and things, were very much being like, who didn't really understand it. Well, not that any of them really did. But kind of turning it into that. Like, I remember sitting down with, like, the in-laws a few times and them being like, so, like, how are we doing? Blah, blah, blah. Just trying to, like, get a better grasp on all of that. And then kind of just, like, eventually I was like, just look at the pay stubs. Like, this is what it's doing. I was like, I don't care to hide. Just like, here you go. And that definitely was like, oh, okay. That I haven't gotten a single question since. Like, yep, we're chilling. Because YouTube's one of those weird ones where, like, there is theoretically, or not even theoretically, like, realistically, there is no cap on earnings on YouTube. Like, your salary, or, like, the amount you can get paid as a YouTuber is literally infinite. Like, you can be all the way up to the Mr. Beast levels, where you're making millions upon millions of dollars a month. But then you can also be putting in the same amount of work hours and be making pennies a month. If even pennies, or not even potentially 0 pennies if you're not monetized. So it's like, it's not one of those where every single thing on YouTube is like you're rich. Like, it's not every full-time YouTuber is instantly crazy wealthy buying a mansion and a Lamborghini, you know? Where some of the people kind of think that when they think about, like, the big YouTube names who are filthy rich. Hello there, welcome on in. We're just placing in a bunch of schnur today. Well, actually, we've been placing a ton of blocks today. Pull down there. Potentially 0 pennies. It's true. My first year on YouTube, I made my first 9 months on YouTube, I made a total of $6, I believe. So true, not 0 pennies. But that's pretty close to 0 pennies when you average that over 6-8 months or whatever it was. But then after that, I was able to, and that was even back before you needed 1,000 subscribers and a certain number of watch hours to be monetized on YouTube. I got into YouTube before that feature came out. So I was slowly raking in my pennies with my 17 views a video that I was getting for the first few months. And then by the end of my first year, my entire first year, I was close to 100 subscribers by the end of my first year, and I was posting weekly videos. And I had a few videos that went over 1,000 views. A few went, I think I had one video in my first year went to 3,000 views. And that was like the biggest, most success I had the entire time. And I think I made a total of $117 my first year on YouTube. Like an entire year of uploading near weekly videos. Like 10 hours of work a week. If not more. Was $100. Obviously, you can grow potentially way faster than that, but that was my journey. I gave up trying to do YouTube as mainly realizing how much time investment it actually is. I just upload for fun now. I think that's, if you upload for fun and you don't force yourself, I think weekly content or daily content is terrible now. I don't think there's really much success to be found off of that type of content like there used to be. So I highly recommend not doing it. Just like upload a video when your video's ready. But also doing YouTube for fun is one of the best ways to transition YouTube into being a full-time job. Because if you are doing it for fun, it's something that you're going to be, if you're doing it for fun, you're going to want to get better at it. So you're going to grow as a creator as you go. That's like huge step number 1 right there. 2, is that while you're doing it for fun, you're not going to be burning out because you're not finding success. You're gonna have that drive to want to keep doing it because it is something that you actually enjoy doing in your free time. And that's like that alone. But YouTube is one of those things where, like, as it's gotten more popular and it's been around longer, YouTube is only becoming more businessified. And so the creators who are just kind of out there just like throwing things out against the wall, seeing if they stick, they don't really grow that much anymore. Unless you just like naturally have like a really, really, really good video idea and plan and all that. But like production quality and levels and all of that matters so much more than it used to. We talked about that a lot in the podcast, but I do think it is a true thing. It's definitely harder to grow on YouTube than it was when I got started. I fully believe that. I don't think it's impossible to grow, but it's definitely harder. Is it important to note that the stigma of not disclosing salaries was created by large corporations so that they could pay people less without them realizing? Yeah, that's definitely a true thing. I also think, though, that in like the reason why I don't disclose what I'm earning on here is because my community is so diverse around the entire world. So me sharing what I get paid in US dollars, which is true because obviously I live in the US and I get paid in US dollars. Actually, most YouTube creators get paid in US dollars because it's a US company. But that being said, is that if you think about what a living wage is where I live in Seattle versus what the average salary is for somebody who lives in Seattle, and then you compare that to somebody who lives in India or something like that, that their conversion to the US dollar is like so much smaller than what it is, like obviously living off of the US dollar. So like you have people around the world who's like their currency, they're working an entire day and they're getting like a few dollars, like US dollars for their entire day of work. And so when you have a lot of people, especially younger folks on the internet who don't really understand that, there's a lot of people who once a YouTuber shares like how much money they make or something, thinking it's no big deal, there's a lot of people who actually like get mad at them and get very upset about them being successful when they're not. Like when the fan is not, because they feel like, oh, all you do is make videos on the internet, blah, blah, blah. Because there still is that little bit of the negative stigma about it in terms of like the value of entertainment is, you think about it in terms of like a movie star. The value of entertainment that a movie star brings by like Jack Black being in the Minecraft movie. Like he brought a lot of people to watch the Minecraft movie because of his name. Like that's just part of it. Like that's why big movie celebs are always cast in movies over and over again. And that dude, nobody would bat an eye about Jack Black being a multimillionaire. And because just like they're like, oh yeah, he's a movie star, duh. But then when you think about, not saying I'm a multimillionaire or even close, but when you think about that in terms of like a Minecraft YouTuber, a lot of people are like, no, like you're barely making it by. Or if you are a Minecraft YouTuber who's making a lot, then people are like, ugh, gross. The same with like a lot of like Twitch people don't really share how much they're earning outside of like the number of subscribers they have, and you can kind of get it. You can get somewhat of a glimpse of how much money somebody's making on Twitch, but if they're like showing their subscriber count or something like that. But on YouTube, it's much harder because you can have a ton of subs and subs don't give you any money. But if you have a ton of subscribers and then you're getting a ton of views, then you're earning a lot of money. But if you have no subscribers and you're still getting a ton of views, you also can be earning a ton of money. So it's a weird one. A sense of jealousy. It's a sense of jealousy and also a sense of not understanding and just like, yeah. I find that, I don't know. I've had a few people who I've known through the grapevine that have had like their salary information leaked, and they've said that all it's done is lost them a ton of subscribers. Like I know quite a few people who like back in the day were part of like YouTube data leaks or even like the Twitch leaks, where like I was on that list where like the top 4,000 streamers in the world had their entire revenue over 18 months leaked from Twitch. or top 10,000 or whatever it was. Had all that came out in Twitch leaks a few years ago. Like, you could probably still go find it. But I was ranked like 4,000 something highest paid streamer in the world back then on Twitch. And if you look at how much I made, it was over 18 months. And like, some people actually like sent me a message being like, I'm not supporting you anymore. You don't need my money. And I was like, whatever, that's fine. Like, but in reality, when you look at how much I was making, it was over 18 months, and it said I made like 42 grand or something like that over 18 months, which if you think about that, that's less than 40 grand a year, which is kind of like your average starting salary when you graduate college in the US. That's at least like your general expectation. With a college degree is you're hopefully going to be first job, you'll be making about 40K. Is like, I feel like that's the goal that people look for. And so if you think about that, as me as like one of the top streamers in the world, like 0.001% of streamers, and that's what I was making, and I was like, all right, whatever. But it's just, it's kind of a crazy one to think about. When your channel start taking off, I'd say Village and Pillage is when I really started getting a lot of good growth. But before Village and Pillage was probably it. So like 1.12, 1.13, I think is, well, 1.12 is when I started the building with fWhip. And then I would say probably closer to actually, I want to refresh. How much snow do we still need? Oh, wait, clear ignore. Did I turn that on? Oh, I did turn that one on. That is east. Woohoo. Oh, we're done on snow pretty much. We only need a little over stack. Nice. People don't understand cost of living adjustments for pay. Yeah. I mean, the cool part about YouTube, though, is that theoretically, you could do YouTube from anywhere in the world. And that's like the beauty of it, too. Like, I love that part of YouTube. Like, that is fantastic. Because if you think about it, you can theoretically do YouTube from anywhere, which means that you can kind of pick your cost of living that you are comfortable with as a YouTuber within reason. Because obviously, like, for me, like, sure, I could go live in the middle of the Midwest and live in like some small little town, and my cost of living would drastically drop, but that'd be nowhere near my family or anything like that. So then like your quality of living can also really drop. But like, that is kind of the cool part about it, is that like, you don't get paid based off of where you live as a YouTuber. You get paid based off of how your videos perform, and a content creator and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool to be able to, there is option for like to really live off of a minimal amount as a creator. But yeah. Do you think streaming or videos are better for more growth? Streaming is one of the hardest things ever to find any form of growth in if you don't have other forms of content pushing your stream to grow. I would say it's nearly impossible in 2025 to grow as a streamer without also growing on some other platform in the same time frame. Like, I don't think there's a single person who's made it big as a streamer in this last year that has not even made it big, just like built a community that not has had one, somebody has helped them, aka like a big person has rated them who's a friend and has helped their community grow a ton. So you have that route that can happen. That's one possibility to get into it. Your second possibility is they're making short form content and highlights off of their streams and everything, and they're making it out through there. 3 is they've entered an esports scene where they've somehow just blown up and they're ridiculously good at a video game. And so they've grown through that because they've built a following off of winning, and then they've turned that into an audience. And then they're also equally entertaining upon being good at like skill at a game.
Pleased to meet
Or
you.
you're also making video highlights off of what you're doing, or you have like some
7 months.
Instagram
Hope your
something
day
or
is
another
going
presence.
well, man. Hope this didn't interrupt your talk.
You're good. You're good. Eddie, thanks so much for the 7 months. I really appreciate it. It's the most accessible online money maker if you're eligible to be paid, of course. Yeah, there's also that for streaming of you got to get to the point where they're actually going to pay you. So you have to get 1,000 subs on YouTube, and Twitch you have to, I mean, Twitch you can now, you still have to be an affiliate, right? But being an affiliate on Twitch is ridiculously easy nowadays. All right, I think finishing mountain back end snow placing on west peak. Yeah, okay. I think we're gonna be calling it there because we've been live for 3 hours and I'm hungry. So what happens with donation and sub money? I mean, that's my revenue. That's what I live off of. That's what I eat food with. That's what I pay my mortgage with. All that cool stuff. Hey, Brock, how we doing? Welcome on in. It's time for bed. Hey, Rofo, you have a good one. Don't leave Stam hanging. If you're under 1,000 subs, it all just goes to Twitch. No, that's YouTube. If you're under 1,000 subscribers, like YouTube subscribers, I believe no ads play on your video, or YouTube gets all of it. I think that's most of what it is. I'm assuming ads still play, so I'm assuming it goes to YouTube. But yeah, the reason why they did it is if you're under 1,000 subscribers, as somebody who was under 1,000 subscribers, you're making pennies on each video. And then YouTube, granted, this is kind of a YouTube thing of like, all right, really, guys? But YouTube decided that, well, not decided, but they had so much money that was being made by these tiny accounts that was spread across. There was like millions of channels that have under 1,000 subscribers and therefore were not eligible for monetization, or that were monetized, but they were only getting like pennies on the 1 or 2 videos that they ever uploaded. And legally, YouTube owed that money to that person when that value reached $100. So what that caused was YouTube was sitting on millions and millions of dollars that they could only keep in a bank account that they could not touch because it was owed to people that were making videos on their platform. And so YouTube was just like sitting there idling on all of this. And then they found out a ton of those accounts that were sitting there with like $7 out of the $100 in it that were required for a payout just hadn't uploaded or done anything with a video or the platform as a whole in years. So like from YouTube side, you're like, no duh that they just decided to cut it. And what they did was they gave everybody like we're now giving everybody the opportunity to be paid out. You have 2 months to come in and tell us that you want to be paid out. You have to give us your information to give to where we can pay you. And then they just paid out like the $7, the $11 or whatever was sitting in all those things. And then they made it so you need 1,000 subs to be able to get paid out. So they didn't screw anybody over, but they gave everybody the option to take what they wanted, but then they demonetized all those accounts, which for a lot of people that were small creators that were just like getting traction and start earning like $2, $3 a video instead of $2, $3 a year. It definitely hurt a lot of people who are just about to be like in a point where they could start making funds. But now it's kind of like, if you can get monetized on YouTube set that as a point where you're going to be roughly earning like 40 or 50 bucks a month. So and then it's like every month or every other month you'd be getting a payout, or the hope is that you're growing enough to where that you do get a payout every month so that YouTube isn't just sitting on your money. On Twitch, if you have subscription enables, Twitch splits revenue with you. Yeah, there's always revenue splits with platforms. Platforms are definitely taking a different approach. Hypothetically, if you were to restart, how would you go about content creation? I think if I had all of the skills that I have now, but I would take it into like a blank channel, I would probably be one of those people that like uploaded a monthly video and really just like did some crazy stuff, or really tried to like go for the tech of seeing how you can make something as engaging as possible, of really trying to like upscale the video quality and all of that. I feel like that's the route I would probably go down, just to kind of see if it could work. Part of me would like love to experiment with that, but I also don't want to dedicate like no part of me wants to dedicate that many hours to something that would be an experiment. Like that's, and then also like going through and bloody like just trying to get through it. Like and like make the whole video, get the whole thing edited, that'd be like, it'd be 100 hours for a theory. And I don't want to waste the time on that when I could do it on a main video. Is YouTube still doing the AI upscaling thing? Yeah, they're not getting rid of it. I think it's mostly on shorts, but I don't know. Speaking of which, I do have a new short coming out tomorrow. Gosh, this is going to be so cool when it's done. Sorry. Look at it. It's going to be beautiful. Look at how that mountain gets framed out there, right nicely in the middle. And my elk. Oh, speaking of which, we're actually going to be done on this one. What's AI upscaling? They're making the videos look cleaner. Higher resolution on the on mobile devices. Okay, we're back. It's alive now. It died, but then it lived. Yeah, that's the extended height, unfortunately, causing the world to lag. Okay, so what I wanted to do, we're going to Axiom here. I thought that was me. Nah, that's me. Grass. I want to take the tall grass. I want to just try getting rid of it. Go with air. Yeah, we can mass surface. We're just going to make a big old radius here. I think that's doing it. Okay, does that look much worse? I don't think it does. I think that actually looks totally fine, and that cuts down the amount of grass I need by a lot. And then we can come back in and like hand do a few, just like boop 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 if we wanted. Or we could do like ferns or firefly bushes or something. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, that's gonna look cool when it's done though. I really like this river, how it came down here. I think that looks really nice. I definitely want to figure out what we can do with this cliff face here eventually, but that's a big eventually. I don't see a difference, and that is good. You ever get around to the copper storage area yet? No, I haven't finished the interior yet. Yeah, I came back in and redid all of the snow on top, and I really like how it turned out. You can see like I did some glass and stuff hanging down those. I feel like it worked out really well. I need to go back, and I started doing it on this peak. Not so much on this side yet. I need to do like another once over on it, but you can see some, like I've started like trailing down some more of the snow and glass and stuff, but like that has a little, but like this guy needs some in here. I also we're gonna eventually need to redo all of the snow in here and like bring it up a bit so it's more in line with, I kind of brought that down, but I need to add something else in here that makes this not look so vanilla. Ugh. Ugh. We also got to figure out what the heck is going to go on in here. That's going to be disgusting to figure out. That's a lot of landscaping to try and get that city area looking right. So I love the way you build. Sometimes just forget how impressive your world is. I mean, none of these things exist in the hardcore world yet, but it has been pretty fun. It's getting to look pretty cool. Oh, I can show you all the Nether. What I've been doing in there. I'm really excited to get that thing built out. That'd be cool. But the Nether. Check this out. Here's your spoiler for hanging around on a lovely Friday. If you missed Wednesday's stream, we textured a lot of these guys and got them working. We're slowly tackling this. But I finished the little ramen shop up here. Yeah, this is like just like some umbrella things. I don't know. Some seating. I don't know. HC for, I didn't figure hardcore. I don't know. Whatever. It's the tunnel to Hermitcraft. No. But yeah, so we got a little ramen stand in here. Oh, my lever got cut. I need my lever back. So they got their little entrance back here. You actually can't walk in or out, so we could put a villager in there and he'd be chilling. Or a piglin or something, probably. Honestly, a piglin back there could be cool. And then I just did this for the shop for now. I still got to redo the back and like up here. But that one's coming together too. I like it though. I think it's turned out pretty well. It's definitely coming together. I really, really like the vibe that we're getting. I also decided that I want to mark these as like subway entrances. So we're just gonna have like path written on the 3 sides, and then you'd like go down the walkway and you'd hit into the portal. So it's still a work in progress down here. Probably all that's gonna get erased. I don't think I like the design of it right now, but dude, when we can eventually get this placed in here from the Wither Skeleton Farm, that's gonna look so fun. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Always money in the ramen stand. That's the famous quote. That's definitely the quote. But first, before we do that, we gotta finish that mountain. Before I feel like that mountain needs to be done, and then it's world tour time. And part of me wants to do the next bit for like January is like getting these guys sorted. I feel like I really want to get these structures in, but I don't know. I also need to figure out how the heck we're gonna do this in here, but that's fine. That's a future me problem. That's not current me problem, because current me is done working today. I'm gonna go log off and probably lay on the couch and do nothing, because that sounds lovely. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Have a great rest of your Friday, all that cool stuff. Hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving yesterday for those in the US that were taking part. But thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Y'all been absolutely amazing. I am gonna be jumping on out of here for now, though. Who is Wax Fraud's also landscaping. Let's go raid him. Landscapers to landscapers. There we go. Thank you so much for hanging today, my friends. I really do appreciate it. And with that, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.